works.
Hold on to your butts. I see.
We're live.
We're here.
Hey, hello. And now I'm.
What's up, gang? We're coming to you today, GI Live.
Woo.
We're experiencing a couple of technical issues here. I can see one already.
Is it that
we're gonna get these fixed?
Audio?
We'll talk about audio in a second, but first you got to put Discord up above everything else so it doesn't freeze frame our pictures.
Oh yeah, that too. Great. Hello. Now
We're animated now.
Yeah. Now I just need to make sure we get audio working with this.
Yes. Hey, the Shadow Realm is coming, Camu.
Yeah.
Good to see ya. Good to see everybody.
Oh, that's why. Background.
Hello, everyone. It's a wonderful day for a children's card game.
Always.
It is not a children's card game. This is the hardcorest of the hardcore.
This is serious business.
All right. Come on, game audio.
Right. I'm so psyched. I put on my Millennium Puzzle pendant just for this occasion. I'm going to assume it gives me good luck, like it does in the real show. And so you guys better watch out. I don't see any ancient Egyptian artifacts around you guys' neck.
Well, you're not looking hard
Not
enough
yet.
because I possess the Millennium Eye, right? Is that the one I
Sure.
like? No, I want the one that Sakura has.
It's like, I don't know which one you like.
I'm not sure which one I want, but they're all really good.
The ring is
Touch
good.
that.
If you don't mind being possessed by an evil entity on
Oh,
a
that's
regular
okay.
basis, then
I'll make that trade.
Hello, everyone. Hello, Cam's Cthulhu, Ravena Rose.
We're just first part off, you know. This is the bonus time. This is like the
Yeah.
behind the scenes bloopers part. It's really good.
Yeah, exactly.
I like it. You like it. Let's all like it.
Yeah, so I'm trying to get audio working with this dang game. It is not coming through.
Oh, the audio. Oh, the game audio is
The
not
game
coming
audio is not coming through. So.
The game audio is not coming through, so it's usually just you're using OBS, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, usually it's
Yeah, just let me
Check the OBS settings, and then make sure that it's coming out of the right device.
Oh, I know what I need to change. Excuse me.
It's a nice looking Blue Eyes
Go there.
alternative White Dragon, though.
It is.
Yeah,
You should
it
see
is.
my screen though. I don't have old Blue Eyes on mine anymore. That's kind of a noob unit.
Can you change the screen, or does it change on its
Yeah,
own?
it's one of the customizable functions that you can do.
Oh, okay.
It's the art option in your profile.
Okay. I've messed around with my profile. I missed that
I know.
thing.
Hey, Leaf, what's up? Hey, we're just getting some sound things going on here, folks, real
Yeah.
quick. Then we're gonna actually play games. I know you're here to hang out, and we are too. But we eventually will play games as well. But as many of you may know, half of Yu-Gi-Oh, or probably 75 to 80% of it, is not playing games. Instead, trying to arrange cards that will play the game for you.
Yeah, this is the part where we monologue about like our tragic backstories or the reasons why.
I don't want to hear anything about Marcus's tragic backstory.
The card game.
Oh.
Would you like to know why I play Yu-Gi-Oh? It's not just for me, Dan. It's for the family I fight for. I've got an eye operation I got to pay for.
So, John, it's probably if you go to OBS and check your device settings, check your device properties and make sure that it's coming out of the right thing. That is typically what does it. You're messing with it on your PC, but go to OBS settings and there's like a gear.
Yeah.
Just make sure it's coming out of the right thing. That'll usually fix this problem.
Yeah, usually if you go to advanced audio properties and like audio input capture, I usually keep it to monitor only and mute output.
It can a lot of times it's just a matter of picking the right device.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Sometimes when your computer restarts, it'll start outputting it to the monitor or something.
It's outputting to. All right, that's outputting to speakers. Sorry, everyone. This is Bush League for me. All right, there's desktop audio.
Yeah, desktop audio should be us and Like I usually have that set to monitor only as well. If you want to double check that in advanced audio properties.
Well, I don't think audio is getting from my computer to my other computer is the thing.
Oh, okay.
I'm using
Yeah, it might be
computers
different
for
since you
this.
got 2 computers. I don't.
How's that?
Bum, bum,
Let's get it.
Hmm.
Oh. Okay.
I wish I could scan my. Oh, did you a breakthrough?
Breakthrough. Yes.
Sometimes you just hit buttons.
Did you see apparently, Dan, that because the real life ban list, the new update's supposed to drop pretty soon. But it
Yeah,
seems
that's
like
what I'm worried about crafting cards that are going to get banned, and then I'm just going to have to jump them.
like now's a good time to make this
All right, Chad.
Red Eyes Dark Dragoon.
Chad, are you
But, like-
hearing? Are you hearing this? I don't have chat up, so if you guys could answer. For me.
Yes. Leafeon says yes.
Great.
Blue Lantern says yes.
Great.
Cthulhu says we hear a Windows sound.
Great. Yes, that is.
I like
exactly what we
Windows.
want.
That is where we play
Yeah.
games.
Holly Spice
Look
Wolf,
at this.
hello. She also says yes. You've
Hey,
done
Holly,
it.
what's up? It is
All
great
right.
to see you, Holly.
Let's do
You
it.
solved the Millennium Puzzle of tech issues.
I am the Millennium Puzzle. Hey, this is all warm up. You know, this should just be a starting soon screen. This is bonus blooper time that you get completely free for being part of this community. Thank you. Thank you for being here.
All right. We're all ready.
Are we?
Yeah, we're ready. So this is Yu-Gi-Oh! Master Duel.
Master.
We are the masters of the duel.
I am literally the king of games, but let's go around the horn. I'm Dan. I like card games, and we're playing Yu-Gi-Oh! Master Duel today. Thanks for joining us for GI Live. And we have, in the next seat above me, we have the original King of Late Night, which was also his name in this game, which really bothered me. Why don't you tell us, John?
Yeah, it's because. Hold on. Sorry, it's turn up my voice a hair. Hey, I am the King of Late Night. I was up late playing this. No, I wasn't. I was up late watching Dan play this actually. Which is he's
He was
good at
scouting
this.
him.
I was scouting him.
Yeah.
I've loved Yu-Gi-Oh since the original anime, and I used to play. Used to go to tournaments occasionally, and play with friends. I was unable to enter the room because I'm already in another room.
Yeah, you're in the room, so actually you just go to the duel button.
You're here already.
You can like come and go until you leave the room. It's pretty cool.
Dan's already sitting at a
The
table
room down
like
there at the friend duel.
Room. Okay, there we go.
There's like a room. Yeah, it's pretty sweet. So once you're in a room, you don't actually leave until you leave.
Great.
Dan's already sitting at a table just waiting for one of us to step up.
You don't have to sit at this table. There are two tables.
He's the dude at the tournament that sits there with his arms crossed, like confident. He's got his mat laid out. He just waiting for
The mat's laid out, and I have like jewel encrusted cases on my cards, right? And I just like, I will not make eye contact, and I'm just gonna wait there, right? It's yeah, we'll see.
Great.
We'll see who wants to play. I don't care.
Yeah.
There are two tables.
Yeah, I'm trying to get in. It says deck not selected. That might help.
Yeah, you gotta. Can't play without a
Generally,
deck, John.
and not always, you do need a deck to play Yu-Gi-Oh, but it's not across the board.
Yes. By the way, I didn't
I like
introduce
just watching
myself.
Yo,
Dan, my
no,
name is Marcus.
no
Hey,
need, no
John
need.
was supposed to kick it to you. All right, it's on him once I pass it.
It's
pass
true.
the baton.
That's true.
Okay. It's like a relay.
That's exactly what it is.
Marcus, if you want to introduce yourself.
Hi, I'm Marcus. I too enjoy the children's card games.
Can we stop? This is not a. Have you seen this game? It is not a children's.
They
card
murder
game.
people
There
in
is
that
no
manga.
way that a kid can play
They
this
do
game.
people
Have you seen
die.
the cards?
Go to the Shadow Realm. But yes, I too grew up with Yu-Gi-Oh! I've been playing since the TGS started. I used to be pretty serious about it for a long time. Like I went to tournaments regularly and preview events and was getting all the special mats and all that stuff. And then college happened and I was like, I gotta spend my money elsewhere. So then I just played the video games for a while.
That works.
But I've gotten back into it, and I'm up to date with the meta. I've got some IRL decks. Got my buddy Dark Magician there.
Mm-hmm.
It's my favorite card. It's my
All right, I'm gonna
deck
close
of
the
choice.
stream I'm not gonna be watching chat for the next few minutes, chat, because I'm in a game.
Dan,
So Marcus,
just
you
pop it
handle
out.
chat.
Just pop it out.
Oh yeah, I can pop chat out because I'm not gonna watch John. That's unfair.
Right.
Oh, that's a good point.
I would never
Yeah.
do that.
That-
I'm no stream sniper. I've been on the other end of that. That's no fun for anybody.
That's why I didn't want
Could've been
to.
real next.
That's why I didn't want to
Could've been
share.
real Pegasus. Yeah, he could have been a real Pegasus. See his hand and.
All right.
So
oh wait, I go first. Okay, let's
Yeah.
see what we got here.
All right, I'm spectating.
This
should
is
be fun.
This is my first time playing this deck, so I have some reading to do.
This is my first time playing this deck.
Oh, this is nice. You're just laying out the excuses early, I see, for whoever loses.
Right.
But to be fair, because this game surprise launched yesterday, like with little warning, neither of us have had time to create what would probably be our real competitive decks. So we're kind of all on a level playing field. It's going to have to come down to pure skill, and some luck, of course.
Which is
Hang on, I'm reading this card.
yeah. Which is what you want out of your card game is to not know what you're doing whatsoever. Let's see here. Dragon. Okay.
Yo, what up?
So you have to try really hard to.
Excuse
like,
me?
not-
Excuse me? Dan?
That's the ancient gear golem. All right.
It sure is, and I don't
That
like
was
it.
quick.
You may remember that from Yu-Gi-Oh! GX, the signature card of the evil professor guy.
Yeah, Dr. Crowler.
Dr. Crowler, that's right.
Chat.
We're a good comic relief villain.
We're doing a chat.
He actually was really... He was comic relief, but I always loved the ancient gears as an archetype.
They've
I don't
gotten
know
a
if it's
lot of,
viable today, but
Yeah, I know they've got a recent support in the last few years.
they've been trying to give support to all the old archetypes, right? Like Dark Magician, Blue Eyes, White Dragon.
Yeah, well, at least for Dark Magician and Blue Eyes, those two are actually competitively viable now.
We're gonna do a bit of a move here.
Oh, what's this?
Did you just play that in attack mode, John?
Oh, look at Dan.
That might not have been the best idea for that baby dragon.
Dan,
Uh-oh.
I like this.
I'm about to get served. What's up, chat? I hope you're
bold
having fun today.
moves here.
What is happening?
Bold moves.
That's one way to kill your dragon. I understand. So
Yeah,
when
that-
John kills his little baby dragon, I think he can summon a Blue Eyes. And that's how the deck works, right?
Yeah, that was my favorite How to Train Your Dragon spin-off, How to Kill Your Dragon.
Do I have to go to main
It's got
two?
real dark. I'm excited to see what Dan or John has planned here.
Yeah,
How are you doing today, chat? It's good to have you here. We're gonna be chilling. We're gonna be playing some games. I got a couple of different decks made here. This was one I'm just experimenting with. I can't believe
If
it actually
this
worked.
card is sent to the graveyard, you could special summon one dragon type monster from your hand. It's in the graveyard. Did I miss the trigger?
Yes.
Oh no! Wait, if it activates in the graveyard, right? Or was it just during the? I can't see.
It
Well,
just-
for one thing, you had to read it. You can't. You conducted a battle phase to do it. It can't trigger in a turn you conducted your battle phase. And you want to
yeah.
tell my kids play this game? Trust me, it's.
I mean-
there's some of these cards are like an encyclopedia.
Did you scoop?
Yeah, I scooped it.
It was a good game. It was a warm-up duel.
Yeah, we're gonna go at this again.
Oh no!
Reading the card explains the card.
I mean, to be fair to everybody, there are a lot of there's a lot of reading to do on these cards.
It's
Oh, that's amazing. I would love to see that in a real life game. Someone do that.
I mean, that happens in real life games, probably all the time. Shane, what's up?
Like, yeah, I attack, and the guy's just like, okay, I guess if you want to do that,
sure.
and then just, and then the other guy just gets up and leaves.
No, I've misplayed like that at like a pre-release for Magic. There's a card that makes a copy of a card that's on the battlefield. So I made a copy of my own legendary creature, and my opponent's just like, okay, that resolves. He's like, all right, which one are you sacrificing now? I'm like, oh no. I'm like, can I take it back? He's like, no.
You're like, that's a good question.
So yeah, this is not Inscription, as chat has correctly surmised. But Inscription is pretty good. I think you should play it, and I think my my fellow co-hosts here think that it's even better than I do. So
great.
We'd probably recommend it too.
It's
Yeah.
Depending on my day, it's my number 1 or 2 game of the year for last
All right,
year.
I have to play first, huh? Okay, let's go.
All right, you can substitute this.
All right. That was just the practice round.
That was just the practice round. Now the real round is starting.
There we go.
Okay.
Yeah, hello chat. Shocking Mike, hello. Shocking Mike asks, how's the weather in Minnesota? You guys can answer that better than me because I'm in Florida.
It's real cold. It is. My watch says it's 2 degrees. When that's not including wind chill.
That's single digits. That sounds horrible.
At least it's not negative.
At least there's that.
At least
That
it's
is-
not negative.
Uh,
All right.
let's see. I want to see who's gonna play some cards, some hot cards that might get banned. To see I Am Lee Fiance's True King of All Calamities needs to be banned. I've not
Probably.
played that card, so I know. It seems like everyone's waiting for Red Eyes Dark Dragoon to get banned because I believe he's banned in this game, which might be a harbinger of things to come with the upcoming ban list. Which I would understand if he was banned. I'm surprised he's not just limited because he sucks to go against, but then it would suck for me because I like using him.
The weather
Like-
in Minnesota right
but-
now is a smooth 3 degrees.
Oh, it went up a whole degree.
As I would, we're usually in the negatives, so we're having a heat wave today. But great question. Thanks for being here, chat.
Saddest heat wave. Okay, who summoned the next C?
I am
Dan?
currently fighting the King of Late Night,
All right.
and I got pretty sweaty here on my first turn.
Okay, Virtual World Phoenix. Once per turn, you can attach 2 monsters from this card, then target 1 face-up card your opponent controls and 1 card in their graveyard, banish them.
Marcus,
Huh.
could you turn? We could turn Marcus down by 5 to 10%. I think, and we'd be good. That's
Oh
news
no!
from
What
the
have I
tower.
done? What have I done?
No. Oh god, I was gonna say Marcus do it.
Okay.
Oh no.
Yeah, sure.
No,
fine.
I can do it. Yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
Marcus wants
No, we're not touching anything on John's setup anymore.
No,
It's done.
I've broken
Not
it.
being touched.
I've broken it. All right, so we are going to.
That's cool, Jock.
Set
Yeah,
this.
we have a lot of Minneapolis folks in chat. We love our Minnesota contingent. They understand the snowmen, like Holly posted in chat there. Those are some cool emotes. It's always cold here. That's the secret. The secret is you don't go outside and you play Yu-Gi-Oh all day, and that way you stay warm. Nothing's hotter than a Red Eyes Black Dragon deck. Am I right,
Yeah.
chat?
You can throw a bunch of cards in the fire. Those will burn.
All right,
like
John is playing a lot of cards down here. I'm actually getting weirded out.
Don't worry about it. Don't worry
Yeah.
about it. Dan.
Also, Chad, I
I'm
want to
not
know.
worried about it. I'm completely not worried about it, actually.
Yeah, I want to know. Anyone in chat is how many people actively play the game now? Is anyone playing this right now, or does anyone compete in like actual tournaments? I mean, I know those are kind of weird right now with COVID, but is anyone is anyone like an active competitive player, or did you used to play back in the day? And what was your era of Yu-Gi-Oh? Was it GX era? Did you get into it with 5Ds and synchro summoning, or
Oh no, Dan!
Zexal with Xyz?
You destroyed my
Hit me
spell
up.
cards.
I did, and it was really not.
I looked away for 2 seconds and I saw John's entire field was
Just
clear.
as-
Suddenly, what happened?
It was a normal monster in defense position and 2 spell cards that weren't going to do anything right now. So
Okay.
I really need to beef up this deck. I think.
I like Cassadrian's answer saying, my experience with Yu-Gi-Oh! Begins and ends with the Abridged series, which, if you guys have never seen Yu-Gi-Oh! The Abridged series, you are doing yourself a disservice, because it is one of the best parody shows I've ever seen. I remember watching it when it first premiered. God, in like 07, 06? It's really old, and still going strong.
You see, I'm playing with just a straight up starter deck, and Dan's playing with some tier deck that he found.
Did
are you
Dan say
talking
that he
about?
didn't have time to make anything really good?
Divine Arsenal AA Zeus Sky Thunder. It is a 12-star monster. Yep. It's 3,000, 3,000.
It's a XYZ monster.
It's pronounced Xyz.
See? I don't even know
Yeah,
what I'm
Dan,
talking about.
don't be that guy.
XZs. I haven't even seen that anime. I gotta go watch that one.
I don't know if you do.
Most people say it's bad, but I want to get some context.
You could watch 5Ds. That's really good.
Isn't that where they brought in Xyz? Or is that
No, that's Synchro.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, Zexal is the one after 5 Beast.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. That's with that dumb kid with the hair that has, like, his own...
Oh, a Yu-Gi-Oh! Series.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. I saw yesterday that there's a new... They're still gonna keep doing speed duels. And, like, releasing a GX product soon. Which I think is awesome. I like speed duels. I don't know if you guys...
I did like Duel Links.
Yeah.
I never stuck with Duel Links for long. I always played it off and on. I think it's fine and it's good for a mobile version, but I prefer to just play the game in its proper state.
Sure.
I need my main phase too. Damn it. But Duel Links is a cool thing.
Yeah.
Almost as cool as what Dan's doing right now.
I'm just hanging out. We're just having a good time.
Virtual World Dragon Long.
Yeah, we're having a good time.
All right. So when your opponent activates the effect of a monster with an attribute that is not on their field, while they control a face-up monster, quick effect.
Oh, that Hex Fusion didn't...
You can detach 2 materials from this card, negate the activation. You can only use this effect. I read that whole thing and I don't know what it does.
I mean, that's modern Yu-Gi-Oh, right? That's okay. I have an older archetype too. I have a couple of like. This
John,
is obviously very new Yu-Gi-Oh, right?
Yeah, John, have you tried believing in the heart of the cards?
I mean, that deck can get Blue Eyes out on turn 1.
You know what? It could.
Who's a match for any of these?
It could.
Yeah.
I mean
getting Blue Eyes out in turn 1 is not hard to do, but...
you have to do it the right way, apparently, though. No! Dan!
We don't need any of those other cards. We got enough cards.
Oh yeah, because Adrian, that's not even the longest description. I don't think any of us are using pendulum cards, but if you want to read like a novel on a card, pretty much pick up any given pendulum monster. Since they have 2 effects. Wait, hold on. Max C.
Yeah, don't worry about that.
Now I see everything.
Haven't seen Max C get play in a while.
Forget Pot of Greed. Yeah, Pot of Greed you can't play anymore, Kess. It's banned. They made like a bunch of different... what I've noticed since coming back to the game in 24 hours is that they printed a bunch of different Pots of Greed that now have much more nasty conditions to play them.
Yeah, probably the best of the Pot of Greed family, at least for me, is Extravagance, since you just have to get rid of your extra deck. Which, I mean, if you're not using a deck that requires an extra deck, then
yeah.
Sorry, Dan, you've triggered my trap card.
Yeah. Also, Max C is unlimited according to Leafeon, at least in this game.
And I've killed myself because I did not read what that card does.
So reading is really important, especially in modern Yu-Gi-Oh. Reading is like a really big thing.
Oh no, John! You try, John.
I was gonna lose either way there.
Are you just using a starter deck?
It is literally a starter deck.
All right. Well, I've never played with Link. This is the Link starter. I heard it's garbage, but let's try.
I mean, do you two wanna
face
off it? I'll spectate.
All right. That sounds
all right.
good.
It's my turn. All right.
And then I will go into deck building after you guys fight, and then we'll beef up my Blue Eyes deck. I have a bunch of cards.
Yeah. If you are starting to play this game, and you're in John's position, there is a ton of decks and cards you can unlock by doing the story content. I'm talking like a ton of them. You get like structure decks off of beating like most archetypes. They'll give you a whole deck, which I was really surprised about. I didn't expect that, but there's a lot of unlocks to be had
I guess while you guys set up, I'm going to show them the shop quick, and kind of show them how you can target what kind of decks you want to build. Because I think it's
let's take a quick break, and it's great. I want to say hello, chat. Welcome on in to the Yu-Gi-Oh extravaganza here today. Post your memes. Like I don't know. I haven't played Yu-Gi-Oh in 15 years, but
yeah.
I come back to card games like a duck to water. I am sure, actually. I'm a very fast learner, Marcus.
It would be a duck, wouldn't it? So right now I have 45 gems. I need to go...
45 gems? You gotta get in there.
I need to go collect some of my my rewards here. So they give you quite a few gems.
Oh, yeah, I think you can get like what 30,000, maybe 40,000. There's a lot. You get a lot of gems. The story is really important to that.
Yeah, there is a solo mode in this game where you can run through a bunch of different sort of scenarios if you want to play by yourself, which is nice.
Yeah, but it should not be confused with like a single player story mode, even though there is story and you do unlock archetypes. It's basically like teaching you about the archetypes.
Yeah, which I think is cool. Like, I think most games kind of just have you replay the animes, which is cool in itself, but I've always wanted Konami to do something more with the lore of the cards, because a lot of the card archetypes have some pretty cool stories behind them, and it's like, it'd be cool if they did like an anime about that, or an anthology series or something. So yeah, I think that's pretty awesome, that approach.
So I'm gonna buy some Revival of Legends packs, which has blue eyes.
No, never buy one. Always buy 10. That way you get guaranteed.
What if he doesn't want 10?
Well, okay, so
you get a guaranteed SR.
Not well, you do if you buy another 10 if you don't get the SR.
No, that's you get a UR.
Oh, excuse me, a UR.
Yeah. Anyway, Pete Pete says Duelist Kingdom Era. Me too. And I'm back with Rex Raptor, Weevil Underwood, Dr. Crowler, and the rest of the gang.
That's him. Dr. Crawler, my favorite.
Yeah, Yu-Gi-Oh! GX has ruined Rex and Weevil for me forever, because all I hear is Beavis and Butthead.
Rex Raptor. You know what? That's it.
I'm
playing my dinosaur deck then. Oh, screw you. All right.
Why did you get mad about that?
Because you don't like Rex Raptor, so I'm bringing out the dinosaurs.
I mean, he's not a likable person. He's kind of
my dinosaur deck is terrible, but I'm playing it anyway.
Yeah, there's some good dinosaur decks now, though.
Stardust Dragon, that's a good.
Oh, that's a good
to
pull.
get.
And Mirror Force.
See, I told you got to buy 10. You got a Mirror Force?
I got a Mirror Force.
Yeah, look at that.
That's a good pack, yo.
Yeah.
That's worth my time. That's all I put.
See what else you get.
We're cracking packs. What's up, dude? It's so great to have chat here today. I hope you're having a wonderful. What is this? Thursday.
Oh, you got a White Stone of Legend.
Games coming down the pipe for you. Look at that. That's a good card right there.
That's good for Blue
That's
Eyes.
a Blue Eyes.
The Ziz guy. The Ziz thing. I use that guy.
Look at this. The Blue Eyes deck is coming
Ziz.
together before our eyes.
I have
Ziz Link.
Majesty
Ziz
with
Link
Eyes
Pendulum?
of Blue. That's a Blue Eyes card. 2 of them.
Majesty you don't really need.
All right.
Majesty.
Look at Marcus.
Majesty's not that good. There's better Blue Eyes cards.
Marcus.
Look at those animations.
I love animations. Don't you?
It's a
Sometimes I
concept.
just sit around and I'm like, animations are really cool.
Kaiba Man.
Bottomless trap hole.
Kaiba Man. Is that like Kaiba?
Yeah.
It is Kaiba. Wow.
That's actually a very old card.
Yeah, it is,
That's
yeah.
like.
Yeah, well, Marcus, remember I didn't play for over a decade.
I'm not saying that's a slight to you. I'm just pointing out.
Dan, you're also a very old card then. I just want to bring that up.
Wow.
I'm a third-rate duelist with a fourth-rate deck. That's what I am.
Transcode Talker. There's my second.
That card is really good. I know because it's killed me a number of times.
Talking to those transcodes.
You could use it. Only requires 2 effect monsters. Nice general cost. All right.
Another White Stone. Maiden with Eyes of Blue.
Maiden
with Eyes of Blue is good. I've seen that one get used in Blue Eyes decks.
Yeah, Maiden's a good stall card.
If you attack her, she turns into Blue Eyes White Dragon.
Blue Eyes Solid Dragon. Blue Eyes Chaos Dragon. And another White Stone of Legend. And Priestess.
You need to get you some. God, what's the other one's name? Because they're
Blue Eyes
with
Alternative.
Blue.
Oh.
Yeah,
definitely those alternative
20 different
cards.
Blue Eyes.
Yeah, the alternative cards are good.
Back to the front. Microcoder. 2 microcoders. One of them's so they have different rarities in here. Like this is
So there's like
a rare
there
version?
are 3 different rarities, I think. So then you've got like the etched.
Yeah.
And then there's also like a super foil above that, which is like holographic tier.
Got it.
Yeah. Some of the same cards can have multiple rarities. I got 2 of the same card in one pack, and one was rare and one was, common.
Wabaku. All right.
That's an old one. I know that one.
Blue Eyes Chaos Dragon.
You got Chaos Form if you want to use it, the ritual spell for it.
All right. Very cool. All
right.
Those are my 10 packs. Now, they give you these little keys for secret card packs. And secret card packs are more condensed card pools to pull from for certain archetypes. So on the side here, I have Stardust Ties, I have Soldiers from the Storm. I have Scrap Iron Soldiers, Synchro Mode Change. I think I want Stardust Ties from this.
And if you're pro, I wanted to tell you a little bit of a life hack here. You don't have to just keep drawing things until you hit the card you want. The trick with the keys is you craft the SR or Ultra Rare that you want to build around, and then it will unlock the pack for you. So
Okay.
you take your crafting materials and make, I don't know, Ancient Gear Golem, and then all of a sudden you'll have a bunch of you'll have the Ancient Gear Golem pack unlocked, and it's really easy to build around that. Not that I would know.
See, I didn't know that yet. I was trying to figure out with those keys. Like I said, we're still early in this game. It just came out.
That's the best way to do it. Basically,
that's what I need right there. The Dark Magician deck, because that's my deck.
So Marcus, it's real easy. You go and craft a Dark Magician.
Yeah, I got to do that. I'm gonna do that after this. I should do that now while you guys are doing nothing.
And
I mean, now we can go back to
the pack for you. The crafting is very similar to Hearthstone, so you know it's a 3-to-1. So if you want any card, you take 3 cards of the same rarity, you can make it into that card.
Oh,
and
cool.
Holographics and foils are worth more.
Huh. There's a certain card client that should probably be taking note of how to redo their economy.
Well, that card client has a different economy, and has you can just make whatever card you want when you get the certain cards and packs. You know that's a solution as well.
That is. It sure
I think
is.
John's pretty salty about that other game's crafting system, perhaps. Oh, are we gonna play, Marcus?
Yeah, you guys are gonna play now.
We're sitting at the table.
All right, dragons.
We're staring each other's down.
You called out the dinosaurs, so you're getting dinosaurs.
You're getting a starter deck that has been somewhat tweaked with.
Well,
we'll see.
We're taking the baby deck out here first, okay?
All right, I'm gonna hit. Are you ready? I'm gonna hit begin.
I
duel.
readied up. Let's go.
All right, here we go.
This is my weakest deck.
This is what we've been waiting.
I know.
We've been waiting for this, Dan. Me and you.
I know. I should have gone with something a little bit more hardcore. I know.
Oh, you have a foot. Wait, you can have a football? What is that?
Yeah,
It's
that's a football.
I didn't know you could have objects. I thought they were all monsters.
They're new.
How do you?
I got a
spectate?
soccer ball too.
Oh, okay.
Is that what
okay,
that other
there it
ball is? I was
Spectate.
like, what's that black ball supposed to be? I couldn't.
Here we go.
All right, let's have nice clean game. I would shake your hand if we were at the table. All that good stuff.
Yeah.
Okay, and you would brush it off. It's good to go. All right, who's first? You.
Marcus
Okay,
Marcus would offer Dan to cut his deck, and then Dan would just tap the top of it.
That's like,
Actually,
you're
that
good.
is how I always
good.
used to do. I trust people with their cuts and shuffles.
is that a
Hey J-Mac, what's up? Keylock, what's up? Keylock, I'm not playing that deck this time. This deck is a completely unknown one. So
10 minutes of summoning.
that is a real thing. That is a very real thing.
that is kind of where the real game is at.
This deck that I'm
Okay.
playing right now is pretty garbo though. So
Yeah,
Right.
I'm just looking at your field spell real quick. Let's see. I'm gonna
So,
set this.
Marcus
here.
has a Dark Magician as his buddy. Dan is a football player, as always. Dan, the biggest Madden
play-
junkie that we have in Game Informer.
Play Unexpected Die. Special summon a level 4 monster.
you can do that. You gonna special summon on me? All right, cool.
Okay, I was gonna say, all right.
All right, so chains.
I didn't miss Max C at all, it turns out.
Chains. Are chains just the stack? Is it?
Yeah, that's exactly.
Okay.
So if you're a Magic player, the chain is basically the stack.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. It seems like a last in, first out resolution
It's very
system.
Okay, I'm activate my field spell.
All right.
Okay, go ahead.
Sorceress Spell Wall.
Just increases all my monsters by 300 during my turn, and then
Right.
during his turn, their defense goes up by 300.
Great. And Marcus
yeah.
has a 1600 attack power warrior out in attack position. So let's see if Marcus can make the big play with Beckoned by the World Chalice.
Okay, I still normal summon, since I special summon. I hate that.
He has a second one out.
I should have played a stronger deck.
Nothing's happened yet, Dan.
I can't beat what you got on the board.
Wait, hold on, let me just consider my options here for a moment.
All right, J-Mac, what's up, Kess? Great to see you. Let's go. Chain says don't play against Phil Spencer. We're not playing against Phil Spencer today. We're keeping it
Kinda
in-house here.
X's.
Just GI,
Yeah,
GI versus GI crew today with the Yu-Gi-Oh antics.
Phil Spencer, the true Maximilian Pegasus of the game industry.
What is that? You got Ziz monsters in here?
Ooh, Kachi Dragon.
And it can make 2 attacks? Dude.
No, I mean only if it destroys your monster the first
Well-
time. We'll see.
Yeah,
Let's
we
see
will
if it goes through.
Once per turn, when this card destroys an opponent's monster by battle and sends it to the graveyard, you can detach 1 Xyz material from this card. You can make a second attack in a row. Brutal.
What was that? Can't even see what that.
Don't worry
Oh,
about
a shadow. What?
it. And I told you, this is not... this is bare bones. There's no reason for a shadow to be in a dinosaur deck.
No,
I'm
there
aware of
isn't. I don't like it. I mean, it still got the job done, but
That's my creature. That's my creature removal spell in this thing.
I mean, it worked in terms of like not expecting it. All right. I actually have a shadow deck in real life. Shadows are pretty cool. Just thematically, I think they're cool. All right, well, your turn, I guess.
Not a lot happening on the board right now, guys.
Yeah, well, I'm thinking here.
No, that's fine. No, take your time. I'm just commentating for the folks.
Yeah. Skin is Jim Ross on.
So you could pause it and like, okay, so here's the play that's happening, and then you can play and then like fast forward to where it's live again. That's cool. Spectating is actually pretty rad.
Check out this dude.
The
Oh,
ultimate
what
conductor.
the hell is this? Not this guy.
Ultimate conductor Tyranno.
If only I had a shadow.
I know. I'm walking right into a mirror force, aren't I?
Once per turn, during the main phase, you can destroy 1 monster in your hand or field, and if you do, change all face-up monsters your opponent controls to face-down defense position. Wow.
I mean, he's
Okay.
the ultimate dinosaur.
I think you need to say it with like a more gravelly, whiny
Yeah.
voice.
I'm Rex Raptor.
The ultimate dinosaur!
Exactly. That's pretty good. Yeah. The
Is that kind of weevil?
It's kind of
in
weevily.
Rex?
It's like they did the fusion dance. Now they've birthed a bunch of bug dinosaurs.
All right.
Oh, what is this? Ballista
It is-
Squad.
Tribute
Are
one.
you kidding me right now?
Tribute 1 monster, then target 1 card your opponent controls, destroy it.
Look at this.
Yeah.
Look at the scrappy Marcus.
It's
Not so ultimate now.
I mean,
Oh,
let's
well,
point.
Marcus, you're gonna love this next turn.
Let's look at the scoreboard.
I'm sure I will.
You're gonna love this. I play Reborn the Monster.
Oh no, that card says Monster Reborn.
Wait.
Oh, great.
Oh, I can't target the conductor. This is way less epic than I thought it was gonna be.
Wait,
That's okay.
what?
I'll take Marcus's creature.
Oh, it can't be special summoned from the
Yeah.
graveyard? I mean, that's still not a bad monster to
It's
get.
still pretty good. You don't have any Xyz materials though, so it's just
I don't,
a
so it was actually
1600
pretty
beater.
terrible.
Yeah.
You know what? I'm just gonna take this as a W anyway. This is I took a garbage monster, but it's still hitting Marcus in the head.
Yeah, he's cracking in for 3600. That's Marcus is only gonna have about 900 left.
900 life points. Marcus, I'm sure he's got something up his sleeve.
Marcus is gonna pull out like a magical hat or
Ooh, a magical hat.
the mystical boxes.
He's not playing those though, is he? This isn't a Dark Magician deck over here.
I see a dark magician on the side of the field there.
Oh, that's right. I didn't
Could be
check this.
anything.
That's true. If you click it, they do the little animations too.
I'm bummed that your football doesn't do anything.
The football doesn't. But I'll change.
It
The
just
soccer
sits
ball
there.
does. The soccer ball does. And there's a car. There's
You
a
see how
bunch of
Dark
weird
Magician's having a good
inanimate
time?
objects.
He's having a great time. He is dark
is.
magic attacking.
By the way, I want to
Yeah, I
call
wish
out.
I could summon him to the field right now. That'd be
This
great.
game has a really good soundtrack. I will say that.
Yeah,
really
I
enjoy
like the
listening.
menu music a lot. The main menu. There we go. I don't like this field spell at all.
Beckoned by the World Chalice.
Yeah.
Cool.
It can take out the Kachidachi.
It can.
It can.
Like, Hachidachi's stupid Marcus creature. We don't like him.
But it can't take out that Megalo Masher.
Hold on.
Megalo Smasher X.
Yeah, see, the Megalomasher is like a card from my era. I don't think it actually is, but... See, a card from a simpler time. 2,000 attack, 0 defense, dinosaur. That's it.
Zangmaster says, I never liked how high the numbers are. I'm a simple being. Yeah, they go pretty high. At least it's not like Dragon Ball that deals in the millions.
No effect. Yeah, you know what? Honestly, I like it when games are
Taking a risk here.
Could be like 800 or 80, maybe even. You know, whatever. It's Yu-Gi-Oh's all about going big, right?
The Bayonator. Actually,
weaken.
A very smart play. Very smart monster.
Oh
once
God,
per turn, you could target one face-up monster your opponent controls.
Oh
it loses 1,000 attack for each monster your opponent controls. Dan, of course, controls 2 monsters. His Megalo Smasher lost all 2,000 of its attack points.
I have 0 attack points on my Megalo Smasher now.
Very, very smart play from Marcus Stewart.
I'm very disappointed in Marcus right now.
Dan, very disappointed in Marcus. Does not affect the game board in whatsoever.
You don't think it affects the game board.
All right.
I've never even seen that card. The Baneful Barrel.
So
Is that a zombie gun?
It's just a gun, man.
This game is absurd.
It's 300 attack point monster over to 0 attack point monster.
Yeah, yeah. This is the way.
Oh. My Megalosaur.
I'm just gonna have to crash in. I can't really do it. I gotta crash into it.
I think that's the smart play. Get it off the board. Marcus
like
clears Dan's side of the board.
Zangmaster Dan's winning substantially.
No, I'm not. You got the board.
It is 7,700 to 900. So
yeah, I mean, I do have board control. I mean, I have a 300 attack point monster.
Wait, let the record show Marcus just said I have board control with a 300 attack point monster in attack mode.
Yes.
On the board. I just want that. Let that never be forgotten.
You see, how many monsters do you have right now?
None.
Exactly. Is he wrong, Casadrian?
But I have the heart of the cards, and when I draw my card, it's going right on the board.
I
and
think-
swinging at
See,
you.
the person that dominates doesn't get the heart of the cards. The person that's the underdog gets the heart
I don't
of the
know.
cards.
Kaiba wins a lot
know.
of duels.
He doesn't use the heart of the cards, though.
Hey,
If you don't win this turn, then something's wrong.
he doesn't need it, but he has it. He doesn't have to accept that it's
That's
there.
why you literally can summon anything with over 900.
Yeah, I'm like, what's 1,200 that he could crack in with, and
Boom!
that's a win for Dan.
Yeah, I was hoping I had something in my extra deck to get rid of that card, just to get rid of it, but didn't have
All right.
anything.
Yeah, we're not gonna play dinosaurs. I got something else for you, Marcus.
All right, well,
see what
that's
we got.
one match down. That's one. Good game, GG.
It was GG.
Uh,
It was a good game, actually. It was close. Let's try this one.
I almost want to do like weekly check-ins to see how our decks are doing, and just
That
just-
would actually be really cool.
just-
Oh yeah, we're gonna get to the point where we have the decks that we want to use.
Oh yeah, once we get there, oh my god. When my ancient gear deck actually gets on, has cards that I can use besides like, it's always so funny. Like Yu-Gi-Oh decks, there might be a pool of 10,000 cards, but every card like works with other cards, right? There's no like generic stuff like in Magic. It's just like, okay,
Yeah,
I'll
not
put a bunch
anymore.
of big green creatures in a deck and I'll make mana.
Yeah, that's
That's fine, right? But like in this game, it's like every card is like, well, I work with 2 other cards and I only work with those cards. Otherwise, I don't do anything.
the game has been archetype driven for at least the last decade, which can make it rough when you're a new player because you see all those cards and you're like,
Yeah,
I
that's
don't
a good
even know
idea.
where. How do I start? What do I even begin to pick to build a deck? And he's like, you just kind of have to look at an archetype and then go from there.
Yeah. It looks
right.
like we want to get a poll going for this.
Yeah, go
or,
ahead.
or a bet going for this next
Yeah,
next match.
Zangmaster wants to
John,
bet.
it's slash prediction.
Okay.
If you want.
Who won the coin toss?
Oh, that's,
I did.
That's the wrong. It's the wrong keyboard.
Oh, do you want me to do it, John? Is that going to jostle OBS?
I mean, if it does,
can do
it'll.
it.
Hold on.
Yeah, it shouldn't, right?
Start prediction.
All right, the duel begin. Oh, you have to spectate, John, by the way.
Who
'cause
will?
the duel
Yeah.
started.
I think it's-
Yep. Spectating. Who will?
All right, nothing's happened yet, but
Yeah, that's fine.
we should probably wait for the next game. We're going to start this one.
Who will win?
I mean, nothing's happened yet. I haven't. It's you.
Okay.
You're starting.
All right, here we
I think
go.
you're-
I play Shard of Greed. The crappy pot of greed. And here's a card you might not know. A little card I call Terraforming.
Is that a joke?
A little card I call Terraforming.
It's very old card, Dan.
I'd
It's a great card. It's
All right.
it's a very old card.
Got a 2-minute vote out. If anybody
All right, what
wants to
field
bet,
spell did you just get? Gates of
who's
Dark.
gonna win?
Oh, Fiend. Fiend support. Okay, it's a nice general field spell. What did you just drop? Let's see. Trance Archfiend.
I play Trance Archfiend.
Are you running an
Attack
Archfiend
mode.
deck?
In attack mode.
Okay.
Zang, we're playing with our own decks here, but they're mostly... We haven't had time to cobble together tier 1 decks yet.
All right, well, I got my own field spell there. Sorcerer's Spell Wall. Let's see here. What can we do about your Trance Archfiend? See, you can discard a Fiend type. If you do,
Zang, this
discard
game,
games.
it's not like Legacy the Duelist or anything. This has 10,000 plus cards. Basically every card ever in Yu-Gi-Oh!
This has like the meta in it, like the current meta for Yu-Gi-Oh.
It has the
Right.
current meta and the old meta, and it has every card, basically. Dude,
Yeah,
don't
pretty
do
much
that.
it's-
Whatever you're doing, don't do that. That has 1,800 attack points.
Well, it gets more attack points.
Oh my
during the
god. What the
when
hell?
it battles a
a normal
non-normal monster.
yeah.
Basically, when it battles an effect monster, it gets more attack.
Yeah. So this Trance Archfiend, it's out of here. It's gonna get
I am
500
not
points of
enjoying-
overflow.
Don't do that. Don't do
Unless
that.
you've got some kind of hand trap
Outta
I
here.
don't know about.
No, he only has one card in hand, so
I have nothing.
Hey, it only takes one. But yeah, that is a lot of cards, Covert, Robin, or Ronan, I'm sorry. Like I said, if you're coming to this game for the first time, not having played Yu-Gi-Oh, it can be very overwhelming to know where to start. Oh, a Pot of Extravagance. How fancy of you.
so that exiles 6 cards.
You can do up to 6 cards, and you draw a card for every 3 card. Like, you banish up to 6 extra deck cards face down.
Got it.
But the catch is that if you use it, you can't play any other cards that let you draw cards for the rest of the turn.
Okay, that's fair. That's fair. Can you still use the effect of Shard of Greed?
I don't.
Because you're not
think
technically
so.
playing a card that makes you draw a card, or is it just any effect?
I think if you just activate any effect, I don't know about existing.
Oh,
cards. I would
it says
assume.
you cannot draw any cards by card effects. So yes. So
Okay.
So Shard of Greed would not
All right.
be would not work this turn.
All right. Here's a card some old school fans might recognize. A good old Blade Knight.
Oh my god.
Oh.
Stop.
One of Seto Kaiba's go-to cards. Let's enter the battle phase here. Let's see.
Covert Ronin in the chat mentions that they've been watching some Forbidden Memory speedruns lately. There was a great run, a great race during Awesome Games Done Quick last week. Speedrunning a game that I've spent probably 100 hours with, if not more.
Oh my gosh, you gotta stop, Marcus. I'm gonna die here.
Yeah, Marcus is cracking in for 1900. He's really just showing
for
Dan
me.
how to play the game. He is the dual monster.
Oh,
Also, I saw Duelist of the Roses mentioned, and that game is great. It's
awesome.
underrated. And I remember I hated it at first because when I got it as a kid, I just wanted it for the Magnet Warriors that came with it. And I thought it was just a Yu-Gi-Oh game, right? And then when I fired up, I was so confused. Like, what? This isn't the card game. What is this weird strategy thing?
That was the weird like first few years of being a Yu-Gi-Oh fan and being disappointed by being disappointed by the game not playing out like the show, but also still being a fun game to play that's not at all Duel Monsters.
For real. But at least Duelist of the Roses was good. Like, I stuck with it because, one, I paid money for it, and also, like, I was like, well, I love Yu-Gi-Oh! Like, that was, like, you know, at the height of my fandom for the show and stuff. And then, you know, I'm glad I gave it a chance because I wound up liking it for what it was. Is it my turn?
yeah, I'm waiting for you.
It's
to
still
do
your turn,
something.
Dan. Oh, okay. I thought you were still going.
I'm waiting. It is my turn, but I'm waiting for you to respond.
No. I don't have a response. Did I say that I did?
He has a Shard of Greed activation on the chain.
I'm
Okay,
waiting
how
for
do
that.
I say that?
Try hitting escape.
You might have closed a window if you.
Okay, yeah, I did.
Yeah,
Okay, sorry
I did
about
that last night too.
I didn't realize that I had
What?
that I had a response thing. What is this?
Don't you worry about nothing.
Dark World Lightning.
Well, you know what? I'm gonna chain that. It's good old-fashioned dust tornado.
Ooh.
Yeah. You know what? Here's
Get
the
rid of
thing. I
field
knew you were
spell.
gonna do that actually.
And
You knew it was dust tornado?
No.
He could smell it.
You knew it was something. I mean, you're forcing me to use something that I was, maybe saving.
Maybe. All right.
And that isn't ideal for my plans, but guess what? I had backup.
I'm sure you do. Oh, that'll do it. Regegi. An oldie, but still a goodie.
Still a very goodie. Wasn't that restricted for a while? Or was it like
It was
banned
banned
altogether?
for a long time. And yeah, it became limited a few years ago.
Those board wipes, man. Brutal.
Okay. It's got Dark World cards in here.
Ooh.
Yeah, how about that?
The earth is quaking.
That's
about
one way
that?
to make a comeback. Okay, let's see what I got.
How do you guys feel about the combat effects in this so far?
I like the attacks, like especially when you hit directly, like you can feel the impact.
Yeah.
It's kind of like in the show when they would get attacked by a hologram and act like they got hit by a truck.
Ah!
Yeah, you just want to fly back in your chair, you know?
They're not as overstated as they could be. I mean, I bet a lot of people were expecting like really flashy stuff.
All right, so we have a 1900 chosen by the World Chalice out here, opting to attack and destroy one of Dan's creatures.
Okay.
Or monsters, if you will, since this is Yu-Gi-Oh! And not Magic.
Zang Master says there should be a VR version. I'm surprised there isn't, given that the most recent Yu-Gi-Oh! Show was a literal VR Yu-Gi-Oh! Show.
It makes sense to me. Yu-Gi-Oh! Is always like at the forefront of augmented reality.
Yeah, we will not have peaked as a society until we get real life dual disc and holograms. No. I remember when HoloLens was shown the first time at E3 when they did that Minecraft demo.
Yeah.
Literally the only thing I kept thinking about was like somebody should do Yu-Gi-Oh! Stuff with that.
Well, like Sony used to with like Eye of Judgment. Like that was the closest that we ever got to
pretty
a
much,
Yu-Gi-Oh!
Yeah.
Other than like
Call of the Haunted.
Yeah, Call of the Haunted is going to bring back a monster card from Marcus's graveyard, and as long as that trap card is on the field, that monster stays out unless the monster's destroyed. So.
Oh, I just top decked. Oh, I just top decked so hard.
Part of the cards has chosen Marcus.
Smashing ground.
Ooh,
get rid of that.
Destroys a face-up monster with the highest defense.
Wow. Oh boy.
Ooh.
This isn't good.
Marcus is going to crack in here for about 3,700. Give or take 0.
I mean, I don't have any response to this.
Dan is bluffing. It says that he has no response to this.
If I could, I'm gonna need a top deck, which is not a good situation to be in.
All right.
Holly Spice Wolf says Dan's waiting to play his Uno reverse card.
What? I mean, Yu-Gi-Oh! is an elaborate game of Uno, right?
It really is.
Defense mode, okay.
All right, Dan being the coward, and
but he's getting rid of my.
Okay,
I was like, he did that on purpose.
That's fair. What did Dan get rid of?
Did he get Dark World card?
Cocky Gorilla of the Dark World. Khaki?
Yeah, but that's all I can do, so I am dead still.
Yeah, because my field spell effect kicks in.
Yep, and Marcus is going to crack in for lethal here unless Dan has something in his hand.
I don't.
We're about to find out.
That's not how Yu-Gi-Oh! Works.
I mean, it is how Yu-Gi-Oh! works.
Traps that can, you might have a Battle Fader or something.
There are quick effects.
Karibo. If you would have discarded Karibo there, that would have been incredible.
Scapegoat.
That would have been pretty
all
cool.
right.
Hey, there we go. It's 1-1. We gotta rubber match this.
We have us a match, folks.
Man,
that was tight though.
That
was back and forth. I wish I could side deck. I wish I had enough like good cards to side deck with.
Oh, you can't do deck building in this. In the room.
You can change.
You can. You just have to leave the room.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, I wish you could do it from the deck menu.
All right. Well, Kess, I think. Hey, it was a good prediction, Kess. By the way, Marcus, you can. Oh wait, we can. John, you can dish out. Those
Oh
sweet
yeah,
points
yeah,
now.
yeah.
And you can put up another one if you want to.
I'm going
Marcus
to.
won't win. Marcus will not beat me again.
Okay. I mean,
No way.
I don't know. Maybe that could very
choose
well be the
outcome.
case.
Marcus had the win there.
Marcus does have the win there.
Complete that prediction.
Oh,
So
man,
we're
I can't believe
gonna
I couldn't get my engine going.
we're gonna do this again.
I couldn't get my discard engine going.
Yeah, I started to say, I was like, okay, it's like he's got something of a Dark World engine he's working with there. Dark Worlds can
Who
swarm
will win?
like nobody's business.
They can. It didn't happen though.
It is 1-1. I just want to point that out. It's 1-1.
It is 1-1.
And the prediction has started. So get your predictions in.
And first, it looks like.
By the way, to promote stuff that's going up on the site today, I have my Final Fantasy 14 Endwalker review going live
Really?
in like 5 minutes.
I want to go. Can I leave and go read it? Because I want to read it.
You could. You could.
I'm not gonna do that though.
It's weird. It's weird writing what, like 2,700 characters or 3,700 characters about an experience that I spent 400 hours on over the last few months.
Yes. I've been there.
There's so much to say, but only so much room to say it. So yeah, check that out.
Ooh.
I really like that game. So
That's a nice
as a whole,
That's a nice wall you got there. What's happening here? Virtual world stuff.
wait, are you guys in the match?
Yeah, you can
Oh, yeah.
spectate now. Yeah.
Oh, are you not spectating?
No, it's not giving me the option.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Oh no, we're gonna have to start over. It's
Yeah, we
too
can
bad because
start
I have a
over.
really good
Yeah.
hand.
Yeah. Sorry.
How do you quit?
Escape, and then there's a surrender button.
Dan, you should surrender.
Well,
Whoa!
we're not
Hey!
counting
Whoa!
this one.
Whoa! Whoa!
I mean, it's your turn.
It is my turn, and believe me, I was gonna win this one. I had a fantastic opening hand. I've got Regeki in my hand and like a bunch of others. Listen, I already. How can you not watch this one, John? This has got to be rigged.
All right, I'll surrender. Okay, this doesn't count for anyone.
I know it doesn't count. I have like the ultimate first turn here.
Cash it out, everyone.
All right.
Marcus loses because he surrendered.
Also, Dan, just so you know, I had a Regegi in my hand, so I was just watching you fill that
All right.
board up. I was very excited for my next turn.
We're gonna wait until we see if we can spectate this time.
Yeah, that'd be cool.
Okay.
I'm not touching
You know,
anything.
I'm waiting for that spectator button. I think the fix is in, fam. I think that one got called, and John hit the lag switch.
Everyone watching can see that I have been flipping through menus, and
All right,
it's still not saying it. I'm gonna leave the room.
But we're not in the game yet, right?
Oh,
now.
okay.
Yeah, I can hit begin duel now, and
Okay.
all right, I'm hitting it. Waiting for opponent. Okay, DS.
Well, wait, I'm not doing anything.
It says
until spectate shows
standing by.
Okay.
Standing by. Standing by. Let's go. Spectate. Let's get
up.
it.
I'm not going anywhere.
I'll
I'm not
let you
doing
know.
Anything. Spectate. Here we go.
Okay.
Let me.
All
I
right.
have a really bad hand this time, unfortunately.
Now people can see what's happening.
Almost. We're loading it in, and let's do.
Oh, Marcus gets to go first this time too. Jeez.
I went first last time.
Unbelievable. The fix is in.
The fix
fam.
is in. This
Fix
is
is
rigged.
I mean, sometimes going first isn't. Depends on your deck.
Look at this guy, just casually dropping a couple of spell cards here. Do you believe this, fam?
Can you set pendulum monsters face down in the spell zone?
I think they can only go face up in the spell zone.
Yeah, I was gonna say, like, I have never tried it because I never had thought to do it.
Yeah.
So I don't know.
Yesterday, I was watching a video of like the sets that are coming out in the next few months. There's a fusion pendulum monster coming out.
I thought hasn't there already been one of those?
I try to stay away from pendulum monsters. They
Yeah.
scare me.
they're not worth the headache of reading through, honestly. Even if there are some good cards in
Get
there.
your Performapal decks out.
Performer pals are cool just thematically,
Yeah.
but yeah, I can't do it.
All right. Marcus has a Blade Knight out.
Oh my
He
gosh,
is
Marcus.
threatening Dan with a knife.
He is. He's got a Buster. Oh my gosh.
It's not a Buster Blader, sir.
It may as well be.
Emergency teleport. Why did you chain that?
Why not?
Because I can.
What have you got? What are you thinking of here?
I mean, there was no real reason to chain it. I just wanted to be
I
cool.
was gonna-
Are there?
I was like, are you gonna summon something that could negate Dust Tornado? Maybe that. I guess that would make sense. But
Are there cards that care about the chain amount?
yes,
Okay. Okay.
That scares me.
there's quite a few.
Okay.
There's some that you can't even use certain chain links for. Like it's like, oh, you can't use this after chain link. Actually, there's a really good card for the Valkyrie deck, which if you watch Yu-Gi-Oh! Season 5, that was a Siegfried von Schroeder's deck.
I'm sorry, what?
He's the main villain of Season 5. He's basically a German Pegasus. Like,
We only
more or
use
less.
real worlds. We're
Wait,
playing right now, Zen. You missed
is
out on
that-
the channel prediction.
Is that the Dragons season?
No, that's after that.
Oh, okay. Okay.
It's a filler arc.
I never made it
it's,
that far.
It's like it's like a filler arc in between the dragon stuff and then the real Season 5, which is
Yeah.
all the past Egypt stuff. It's just another tournament.
I've never watched that final season, and
What?
I never made it past the Dragons.
So you've never seen the final episode?
Never seen the final episode.
Oh my god, it's so good.
I know. Hey,
The big duel. You should look up just the duel itself. The big duel. At the end.
I've watched the most recent movie with
Oh, Dark Side of Dimensions.
yeah, Dark Side of Dimensions, and I've watched isn't there one with like Yugi, Yusei, and I don't know, whoever else is a main character.
Yeah. I'm in this game right now, Zen.
Oh, you
We're all
mean
playing.
Bonds Beyond Time?
Bonds Beyond Time.
From like 2011.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
So I'm gonna cut that off.
All right. So, got a virtual world.
It cost me my monster, but I kind of want to cut off whatever little combo he's trying to do with that monster.
Yeah.
You can't
Disregard.
target it now.
Disregard everything that's happening on the battlefield.
Fine, Marcus. Take it away.
It's. I kind of like that you can make a voodoo hot tub out of your graveyard and your banish hole. Your
Oh my
bee
gosh,
hole,
you-
as we're gonna call it from now
Special
on.
summonings. This is unbelievable.
Your GY and your bee hole.
Your max C's are what's unbelievable.
What does Max C do?
It punishes people who want to summon 10 monsters on their turn.
Yeah, it was actually it's been banned for some time.
Yeah.
It still is now. Apparently, it's unlimited in the game, which again,
I only
but-
know. So I made one max D because they let you play up to 3 right now, but you know they're gonna get banned. So I only made one because that way.
well,
that way I only
it's
have
weird
to
because
leave.
they've been banned in real life for a while, but the new ban list comes out soon. So I'm wondering if they've got if this is reflective of what the new list is going to be.
Maybe.
All right, Marcus, go get your dumb. Oh, look at this, unbelievable. 1,800 attack points.
A whole 18.
Immediately draw one card. Okay. So another Beckoned by the World Chalice.
Yeah, notice Dan's deck, a lot of draw power. He's kind of assembled for himself.
I like drawing cards.
I mean, drawing cards is the best thing you can do in this game.
Really, any card game.
Any good, yeah. It's good to get the cards you need as fast as possible.
I learned when I was young that card draw was good.
Dark Hole. For this monster, okay.
A card from my youth.
That's
right there.
indicative of what you have in your hand, if that's what you had to play.
That's just board control. That's
Oh,
board
now he's
control,
gonna do what he tried to
baby.
do. He's gonna do what he tried to do last time. So
Chaining some virtual world
he's
monsters.
gonna send a card to the graveyard, and there it is.
Special summon. Okay.
Is that all he's gonna do, though? He's got something else in.
You can only use this effect on virtual world Kieran Lily once per turn.
Ah! Ugh.
Am I
It's a
supposed to,
shadow game.
am I supposed to
It
be
is
eating
really-
hot peppers? Is that?
This is a shadow game for sure.
All right, let's see. What can we do here?
I'm trying, Zang. He's gotten some really nice. He's probably holding a Regeki right now because we had to restart this game. You know. Freaking Regeki.
Just double checking your cards here, making sure I know exactly what they do before I make a move.
Mm-hmm.
Once again, reading is important in this game.
Yes.
All right.
Yes, very much so. Too important, really.
It shouldn't matter.
Not this stupid thing again.
I like my card games where the words don't matter. It's just those numbers.
I'm excited to have you here too, Zang. And I don't appreciate what Marcus is doing right now.
Marcus is once again reducing the attack power of Dan's creatures. And destroying another one viciously. He's about to crack in for 500. 500, folks.
500 smackaroonies.
500 life points. What a devastating turn.
Yeah, I like saying match. I have no idea what's going on, but I'm excited to be here. That sounds like anytime if I brought someone to a wrestling show that didn't watch. I have no idea what's happening, but everyone's excited, so I'm excited.
This is fun.
All right.
Saying Master wants to get out of here.
That's a classic.
Stop playing that card.
I saw Reiner today. So.
Uh-oh. Oh yeah, that's right, you did.
Yeah. I should have picked up my my issue of gold while I was there. I did not. I didn't even think about it.
Dan, no.
Dan once again putting out a Kieran. Gonna start special summoning stuff because he
That's
can.
the problem. Dan has hand advantage over me. So. All right, let's see.
He does have card advantage.
He's thinking.
I wish I could see both of your cards.
See, Nathan, do I play Duel Links? I don't. I've played off and on. I think Duel Links is cool. I just prefer to play the game in its traditional form. So, like, 5 monster spaces, 2 main phases. It's just my preference, but I've had some fun with Duel Links in the past.
So Dan special summoned that other creature, and now he's bringing out Virtual World Phoenix Fan.
Also, yes, Zen, this game is cross-progression. I have played so far on PC, which is what I'm playing on now, and I have it on Switch.
Yeah.
And I go back and forth.
You just need a Konami account, which it gives you the like a QR code to set up in the game.
Yeah. It's like slightly a pain in the butt, but once you do it, you're good.
Yeah.
Okay.
So we got a fan out here.
Yeah. What do you think about that,
Dan's
Marcus?
fan. Really just firing up the board.
I'm trying here. Marcus is a very crafty opponent. The game is cross progression and cross play. I don't know if Marcus plays Duel Links. That's a good question, Nathan.
Yeah. Oh, no, I said not actively. I've played it before, but not now.
Yeah.
I've been, prior to this coming out, my Yu-Gi-Oh! Game of choice was Legacy of the Duelist Link Evolution on Switch.
Yeah.
That's a good one.
Yeah.
I've put in, I think 100 hours on that.
That game is
150
great.
hours.
But now that this exists, this is what I've wanted for a Yu-Gi-Oh game. It's like an easier to read and easier to play version. Obviously, you are still shackled to all of the trap card reaction triggers and all of your phases, which is slightly annoying. But having something like this is huge, I think, for the game, especially when people can't get together and play in person safely.
And this game does have cross-play, which is good. So you can play with your friends no matter the platform. I'm going to activate a trap.
Memory of the adversary. Okay.
So I
Wait.
take the damage, but it banishes your monster.
Oh, so Dan can't even get that back from his graveyard.
Yeah, like I had to eat direct damage from it, but it got rid of its monster, so trade-off.
Straight into
And
the
you get,
beehole.
but you get the monster. Why couldn't I stop that? That's not fair. You get to take the monster? I need that card.
Yeah, I do get to take it next turn.
Some epic music happening.
It's because I'm about to die. it's that, hey, you're about to lose
I mean, I think you
music.
just won. You're going to get my monster. There's really nothing I can do about
You still have
that.
a lot of life points left.
Yeah, and Marcus has
and you just played a defense monster.
Marcus
Life
has
points doesn't do
0
anything.
cards in hand.
That's who we're gonna be top decking.
He is hard of the cards.
And now he just activated a trap in his graveyard.
This is when you go to a
Or
commercial.
what's he doing? What are you doing? Are you banishing a bunch of cards to do what? To get what did you just get back? Oh, your defensive wall. Is that an Ash Blossom you just discarded? Yes, it was. Which I guess I'm okay with that. Not that I have anything in my hand.
I don't think it works. It doesn't work on the activation for the other thing, I don't think.
No, it wouldn't.
Oh,
Yeah, I have one. Okay.
Nathan asked if we spent any real money on this game yet. I haven't.
It's really generous at the start, but what a free-to-play game isn't, right?
Right.
Yeah.
We'll see if it dries up. We won't really know for probably like a week or two.
Yeah. It seems like they want to get you onboarded. They want you to make a deck that you want to play. And then probably after that is when you'll start seeing people want to spend more money. A lot of it's cosmetic stuff, I think, that money would be going into right now. And collections, but...
What's that? Oh. Virtual World Heim.
Nyan Nyan.
That's tribute summoning? No, synchro summoning.
Wow.
Yeah, we got all kinds of stuff in here.
What are you getting? What is
Virtual
that?
World QB. Any card sent from the field to the graveyard is banished instead.
Oh, those are always nice.
You can only use each of the following effects of Virtual World QB Shen Shen once per turn. When your monster declares an attack, you can return one banished monster to the owner's graveyard.
Oh.
During your main
No,
phase,
my card banished.
except the turn this card was sent to the graveyard, you can banish 2 other monsters from your graveyard with different original types and attributes from each other. Special summon this card from your graveyard.
Yeah. This is my first time playing against the Virtual World monsters. I have a few of them in real life, but I've not played against them, so...
They seem cool.
Zen, I've heard the 50 packs you get from the Sony thing are legacy packs, which you basically get from every game. They're not like good packs. I don't know if that's true. Do either of you guys playing on PlayStation?
I haven't yet. My
yet.
friend was telling me about it because he fired up a PlayStation just to get the packs.
I don't think you get 50 like.
I don't know
good
if he said
packs.
50.
I think you
Yeah,
get the,
I
like,
don't-
the-
But-
I think you get the little baby legacy packs that have like the set 1 junk in it.
Right, but
Yeah.
cards are cards, and if cards can be used to make other cards, then hey, that's just
Yep.
that's free materials.
But there are only
Yeah.
2 cards in each pack in that one, and
That's
they're they're not the same packs essentially.
I'm mad because Dan ruined my chance to take his monster that I banished.
Yeah. By the way, I thought that was really freaking clever. Of
That
me.
was really good. That was really good. Great play. Great play.
You had like the perfect cards to totally counter that, which is
I thought that
unlikely.
I was screwed until that happened. So I was really happy I was able to come up with a way to bring that.
I didn't think you had anything in your deck. Just
By the way, that
again,
trap is incredibly nasty. I'm gonna make one after that. That is insane. I've never seen that trap.
Yeah, damn.
Memory of
I
an
was
adversary.
not
Well,
expecting anything like that. All right.
yeah, well, I didn't want to get killed by my own Phoenix thing, so.
Oh no, I mean that's smart. It's like that
Yeah.
was some anime stuff. I'm like, I happen to have the exact card that I've never played
Yep.
before until now that gets me out of this situation. All right, I'm trying to. My options are limited. I'm trying to figure out what
the
I wanna
card
do
that
here.
literally has not existed until they play it.
I mean, the ultimate example of that, and you know, John, 'cause you watched the
Yeah.
Atlantis season of Yu-Gi-Oh! When Joey faced Valen, who had that armor deck.
Yes,
That still
yes.
isn't.
Mhm.
And then Joey had one card that gave him a suit of armor just for
Yes,
that
yes.
one duel. And it's like, have you always had this in your deck? Oh boy. All right, let's do this.
Yeah, I eventually should log into my PlayStation thing and tie my account and get the 50 packs. But you know what? 50 of the legacy, you get like 3 legacy packs every game you play in ranked.
Yeah, maybe I'll do that tonight just to, cause why not?
Yeah.
But,
Nathan, I like the crafting system a lot, but there are some. But you got to understand there are 10,000 cards too, so they needed to do. I think everything that they've had that people say is awesome was necessary. Otherwise, there'd be no way to ever get your stuff.
yeah, like I like that you can rebuild your deck as quickly as possible. Because I would like to do that now.
Marcus, do you remember the, of course, the very natural interaction between the Castle of Dark Illusion, the Swords of Revealing Light, Catapult Turtle, and Curse of Dragon? Oh, cash it out.
Game,
Cash it out.
That was a good game.
That was a good game. That synchro summoning.
I can't believe I got rid of that. I thought I was so dead.
That super specific synchro monster was so clutch. That was good. GG.
Wow.
All right, John, you're up.
Okay.
Or should we duel, John? We haven't faced each other
y'all
yet.
can duel.
Sure. Let me see if I can build something quick.
Okay.
And so I
If
have
John's ready.
Dan, when
something?
you were playing last night, I saw that you were like looking up other people's decks.
Yeah.
That's a thing
It's a
that
cool
you can
thing to
do.
But it's a thing you can do, but you have no idea of the quality of them. But you can.
That's fine.
Go to,
If I look up like a Blue Eyes deck,
yeah.
public deck
public
search.
deck search.
Do you mean like other players or
Yeah,
just like?
yeah. You can go to public deck search and you can just pretty much search for anything. Now,
Oh, really?
granted, these lists may not be tier. I saw some really.
That's fine.
Yeah, you might be looking at some. You might be looking at my deck, my current.
Well, it's
deck.
not even that. Like you can look at there's unfinished decks in here too, and just like people's like arrangements that might someday be a deck. So it's not perfect, but
They really gave you a Kaiba Corp database in this game.
it does make it
deck?
simple if you can find to just get a template to copy over and then fill in.
It's
Oh, see, is that the Blue Eyes deck you're trying to?
I think.
up?
So it's this.
That's probably me.
Edit.
Hey,
Yeah.
thanks for everybody who predicted on me. I appreciate that, fam.
Yes.
That was a heart of the cards game right there. I can't believe I had Kyobi because he was gonna steal my Phoenix.
I was waiting for. I was salivating.
That trap is really mean.
All right.
I
So
was like, just
Not only does it kill the creature, as long as you got life points, you can steal.
yeah. It's
the
like yeah,
best
that's
stuff.
the only cost. You just got to eat potentially a lot of points to get a good monster. And I don't think it targets either, which is even nicer.
Yeah, so there's no way to stop it with an ash blossom or something, right?
Yeah, or some protect, or if the monster has
so.
built-in protection,
Right.
especially because it banishes and doesn't destroy.
oh no.
So probably could work on.
Generate. I don't have enough craft points. I need CPN. Oh, Jama Black. I'm sorry. There we go.
Does anyone have a favorite deck archetype in chat? What do you guys like to play with, or what did you like to play with?
Dark Magician and Summon Skull. I mean, back in my day,
was
every
that you,
card in
Dan?
the deck, every deck was just all of the restricted cards.
Yeah,
it's
like there
just
were no
the-
archetypes back then. It was just
the
more
only, it was every restricted card, and like you had the 2 slots for flavor, but that was it.
That's
I'm
when
not
you can
even
actually say,
exaggerating.
like, I made a water deck because there
Yeah.
were so few water monsters. Like, I just got the ones they have and put them together. And then Yumi spell card. Or the field spell.
Nathan, you're right. I do like Duel Links. I still like Duel Links.
Yeah.
But this is the full game, so I think when we're playing with friends and we have like when they start adding new rules, modern Yu-Gi-Oh is its own beast, and it's just like 10 minutes of solitaire a lot of the time, and
Yeah.
seeing if your opponent has something to stop your chain combo while you play.
You're like
30
making a
different things.
you're like making a sandwich while they're special something.
Yeah, but once they do, this isn't going to be the only thing, right? So once they get an event system in, I think I might like it more than Duel Links. But Duel Links
Yeah.
is really great for just capturing the magic of the ancient Yu-Gi-Oh! Whereas today, this is the full game with everything.
Yeah.
So if they
and,
introduce different formats and play styles and stuff like that, and I think it has a lot of potential.
yeah, and this game's not on phones yet, from what I understand. It's everywhere else. It's coming to like iOS and
Yeah.
Android later. But I see some archetypes here. I mean, Leafeon says I play with Phantasm Spiral Dragons, which I've never used. Tactical Dreamer shouting out Crystal Beasts and Gem Knights.
I'm
So you
just
gotta-
worried with the infinite card pool, Nathan, that it's going to be more expensive than Duel Links. You can play Duel Links free to play pretty handily. This game starts you out with enough to build decks for real. Like, they give you plenty of stuff, but with 10,000 cards and more cards coming, I don't know how free to play it's actually going to be, and that's okay too, you know. But I just don't want it to be super oppressive monetarily wise.
See, I need my real life deck in this game. You see all these? I need everything here to be in the game so I can actually know.
Is not everything there?
Compete. Oh, I don't have any. The only card that I own in this game that I have in my actual deck is Ash Blossom, which is a single copy, whereas I have 3 of them in this deck. Cherry Stemic, Cyber Dragons. Cyber Dragons are pretty great.
Cyber Dragons are still playable in the meta, right?
Oh yeah, they've got so much support. They just got a new structure deck with the new Cyber Dark cards.
Yeah. Marcus, I stopped trying to build the new deck because I need a lot more cards. So
I have a feeling, John, you're just going to be Marcus is a sly dog. All right, he's packing stuff that your starter simply can't handle. But
I think I need to play smarter than I did against Dan.
That's a good idea. Upcaro, can you change the art designs? I think that's probably coming. That's probably something that's going to be
I hope so, because they have the, I know for Dark Magician they use the second design, which I've never been a fan of. I know people like that art with him in front of the tablet. I like the classic one, or even some of the ones that come later. I've never really been big on that specific art. But the one from the movie is good. The black one from the most recent movie is pretty good art.
Get your vote in, fam. You can vote.
All right, here we go. I am going to play...
Can't start a prediction.
Reinforcement of the Army, which lets me add a level 4 or lower warrior from my deck to my hand.
All right.
All right, new prediction of John or Marcus. Go, chat. I think this game will probably take from the other big card games right now that have alternate artwork stuff available, and make those like special things to do tied to in-game events or battle passes or that kind of thing.
Like don't actually have them as physical versions of the cards, but like a skin for it.
You put over the card. Yeah. That's like the Magic Arena fix, right?
Well, like Arena does have different, like if something was in like a core set and a regular premium set, like they have those 2 different versions of the cards as like you can have 4 of each in your collection. But like having different holographic or foil treatments, they don't have.
Holly, you can get Dark Magician Girl right now.
I have her right now.
Oh, I bet it's in Marcus's deck right now.
It is one copy of her.
I'm really hoping John will win this one, beat down Marcus, but I have my doubts. Marcus has too much good stuff in there. He like snuck in a Regeki and a worthy adversary.
I have to take the scraps, like the scraps of what I had unlocked so far that was actually like playable. Because again, so many cards are tied to archetypes of like I was going through like what general cards can I beef this up with in a short amount of time.
A question from chat from Nathan. Marcus, which legacy of the Duelist deck brought you the most victories?
My Dark Magician deck. I just remade my real deck. Just because it's the one I'm the best with. But I also used a Valkyrie deck, like I mentioned before. The Valkyries that Siegfried von Schroeder uses, those are pretty fun to play, especially with let me see. Oh, Axe Dragonet. That's a card I haven't seen in a while.
Yeah,
I want to make every deck.
2000
I want to
attack.
make a Trap Tricks deck. I want to make all kinds of stuff.
Well, I should be stronger than you, right?
I want to make an Ojama deck.
Should you?
Okay, we're gonna chaz it up in here.
Should you be stronger than me?
Yeah, because my guy gets a boost. I shouldn't.
You'll be equal, right?
Well,
So you're
yeah, they'll be equal. Did you declare an attack?
No, not yet. I was waiting for you.
Oh, sorry. I accidentally closed the window again. I was like, "Where's the response window?" Okay.
You know what? We're just gonna do this.
What's this?
We're gonna
discard one card to target one monster in the field. Place the target in the deck. No.
Card disadvantage. Let's go.
Okay.
All right.
Okay.
We'll set this down. Set it. And
link cards are probably one of the newest mechanics. I still haven't gotten into those, but yes, you can make it like a Sky Raider, Sky Waifu deck. I believe I saw one earlier.
Links are easy. It's just
I think Marcus
tributing.
is packing one of those.
Your move.
Marcus has everything. You got to watch out for this guy.
Yeah.
Like, you know, you think you got him beat, and then he's like, "Hey, I'm gonna steal your monster with my trap card."
And then if you're Dan, you're like, I'm gonna pull this card out of thin air and completely.
I mean, hey, that was pretty cool, right?
it was
Like,
awesome. It was really great.
It was pretty.
You could
Yeah,
hear
that,
the ancient gears turning in my head as I figured that one out. It was not easy.
I was making I started making a Cosmo deck because I think as an archetype they're cool. If you've never seen the Cosmo cards, they're literally based on a blend of Star Wars and the Wizard of Oz. Like every monster is them taking a character from each property and mashing it together. So like,
And that's why people play Yu-Gi-Oh.
That is
People
really
always
good.
ask me, why do we play Yu-Gi-Oh? It's because it is absurd.
yeah, like that was just someone at Konami just loves those properties. They're like, let's just do this. Why not?
Dude, John, you gotta win.
What is
You got a
that?
lot
Ring
of
of
people riding on
Destruction.
you. Ooh, what is this?
So this is what I killed
Oh, that's
myself
gonna-
with earlier. So I'm gonna take 1,800 damage. I'm gonna destroy this monster, but also, Marcus is gonna
That's
take
good.
1,800 damage or 15.
Oh, that's
Well,
good
it's
too.
it's original attack.
Gotcha. Okay. But it saves my Axe Dragonite. Dragonite.
Yeah.
Wow. Okay.
I like
Um,
that.
Alright. I'll have to end my turn after that.
No, Nathan, I believe Link is the last kind of summon that's been added.
Yeah, because the new show, because what they've done since 5Ds is every show has introduced a new summoning type.
Yeah, they
And
need
the
to
new
stop.
show that's the new show Sevens that hasn't aired in the States yet, it's still only in Japan. Instead of introducing a new summoning type, they just introduced an entire different way of playing the game, which is why he hasn't come
God.
here yet.
Oh, no.
Oh, is that
It's-
Rush Duel?
Yeah, it's basically speed duels.
It's Speed Duels. Yeah. So
It's like a
There-
variation of speed.
There
duels.
is a Rush Duel format available here. Actually, I bought that new Yu-Gi-Oh game on my Switch,
That's true. That did come out in like November.
like October or November.
which
Yeah.
is totally Rush Duels, and I didn't like it at all.
Yeah,
Rush Dueling just doesn't do it. It's like kind of like a very
Well,
not a great compromise between regular and Duel Links.
Duel Links. Yeah.
Yeah. didn't love it.
I've bought a lot of Speed Duel cards. I was buying like boxes of them because it was like a quick thing I could pull out with friends between Commander games. And like, oh, let's play some Yu-Gi-Oh.
All right.
But yeah, the mechanics are absurd at this point, right? They even added new spots to the board for the Link creatures, which is like what?
Well, it's
That part
because
bugs me the most.
Link monsters were originally part of a different format where there was a few years where all extra deck monsters could only go in the extra deck zone unless you had Link monsters to open up the other zones,
Right
and it was
here.
meant to cut down on the constant special summoning, especially after pendulum
Oh
summoning
yeah,
got
they really
out of
fixed
hand.
that.
Yeah.
They really fixed that, right?
Yeah, because then Link summoning became like pretty good.
I have seen people play their entire extra deck in a single turn. It's the most absurd thing I've ever seen.
Yep.
Select cards I want to return to the hand. I think that.
Yeah, you were just bouncing things left and right.
You're welcome.
Also, Kaiser Glider. That's a classic card.
So, how do you feel about having to manually draw your card every turn?
I like that.
Okay.
It's the heart of the cards. Right? You get to get that feel. You can
Yeah.
be like, I've got it, Kaiba. And then
Into
Marcus
what?
draws his stupid little
You have to
smash
draw your
thing.
card. You have to actually like click
Oh.
to draw.
Yeah.
I like it
it-
because
but-
it also wakes you up if you went to sleep because somebody summoned 17 different monsters and it's like, oh, interaction. Yeah, draft is a format that really never took off for Yu-Gi-Oh. Since I'm such a fan of limited formats in other TCGs, I would love it for Yu-Gi-Oh to have something like that. I think they could pull it off. I think they have to do it. It's kind of like the way it would work in this game in Yu-Gi-Oh. They'd have to do something like Legends of Runeterra, where you got like packs that were designed around a format, and you'd be drafting around archetypes rather than have full-on draft, because that just doesn't work in this game.
You have so many,
I
small cards.
I made it so Marcus can't declare an attack this turn.
Yeah, Threatening Roar, another oldie but a goodie.
How is drafting handled in Legacy of the Duelist? Because I know it's in there. Do you just you open up 6 packs, that's your deck, and hope that you have synergies?
Like that's just the nightmare, right? Then you just take the 2,000 attack power 4 drops and you go.
Yeah.
So that can't be how it works. Flesh and Blood, yeah, I've played. some of my friends who are still playing physical TCGs are into that peat bog. But they kind of also
Your
fell
move.
off. So I'm not sure if they're stuck with it, but they seem to enjoy it a lot at first.
I'm
hoping I've finally exhausted his traps and stuff at this point, but we'll see.
Well,
We shall see. I like to think that Dark Magician and your Rescue Rabbit just kind of staring each other down. just
they are. They're
posing.
just mean mugging
Yeah.
across the battlefield.
Just shooting just dagger eyes at each other.
I want the
Great.
I want the red Dark Magician. Give me
Oh, the Arcana.
Arcana's Dark Magician.
Yeah, I think that they'll add like alternate art stuff.
Let's see. Nathan says, "Have I found the secret pack to Dark?" I have not myself.
You
Have not
can-
found it, but I saw that John found it today, so I know how to get to it.
Yes.
It's very easy to get the secret. You can get any kind of secret pack unlock you want through crafting. I won, Pratt. I won 2 out of 3.
Although the thing I didn't mention earlier was secret packs only show up for 24 hours, so you
But
have
you
to
can
jump
trigger-
on
okay.
it.
You do, but you
Yeah.
can trigger it again anytime you want.
Yeah,
Um,
at a
via
cost.
crafting.
Yeah.
If you want to you can. This is a big hack, folks. It's not a hack, but it's like the ultimate life hack. Do not just sit there and draw packs to try to find the secret pack you're looking for. You can craft an SR or UR from that format, and it will instantly trigger the secret pack for you for 24 hours. So
It's pretty dope.
if you craft the Dark Magician, for instance, you'll have access to the Dark Magician packs that way, and you don't need to just keep trying to pull for a Dark Magician.
Heart of the cards. Let's go. Let's go.
Also,
Come on.
another side note, again, making it even more of a life hack, if you actually do the craft to the key to the secret deck, you get a free pack out of it. They give you a free pull. So, crafting is the way to go to unlock secret packs. For sure. Do not waste your time pulling blind.
All right, this is the moment of truth for John here, but he's shown that he's got some good,
I think John...
some good cards that can
You know,
still
Marcus-
send that
Marcus
face
is the-
down. I'm
Look
worried
at
now.
Marcus is just over there smiling.
2
He's
face
like-
downs.
you know...
No, I'm
Marcus-
not. It's not overconfidence. I don't assume anything until the game is over. You can-
Uh-huh.
one card can turn an entire duel around in Yu-Gi-Oh.
Try to believe these are not old school decks. We're not playing anime rules or anything. We've been playing anything goes. You keep getting keys for packs you already have. That's fine. Like
That's fine.
That's gonna happen. Like if you're just cracking regular packs, you're gonna keep triggering those keys. But if there's an archetype you want to make, like I wanted to make an Ancient Gear Golem deck. I mean, it's not a bug because the key lasts for 24 hours. So all it does is when you get a new key for that, it refreshes it.
It's a way for you to
right.
to spend more money on the game. They want you to find these secret packs and they want you to buy them, which is smart on
I'm
their
not
part. But
Right, you might not like what's about to happen here.
I don't like
boy.
anything that's happening.
I'm playing it safe, and you're about to see how. Good
Uh,
old Gaka
Gaka.
Cowboy, come out, buddy.
That's a bad romance.
I'm just gonna go
Look
for
at
burn
this.
damage.
You know, Marcus is sitting here being like, "Oh, I'm so scrappy," and he's summoning like Ziz monsters out of.
And I'm going for burn damage.
There's
Yeah, Gaka Cowboy's effect is
wow.
that when he's in defense, he can attach an X material to do 800 damage.
that's
so.
dope.
Anyway, yeah, keys and secret packs are really important to getting the deck you want.
Yay.
But you can do it through crafting. Crafting is the way to go, folks.
What did you have face down?
I had a Flute of Summoning Dragon that I couldn't use,
I was like, some of those are
and I
bluffs.
had a Silver's Cry, which I could not use because I didn't have
I
any.
was like-
And in my hand, 2 Blue Eyes White Dragons.
Ah.
It was horror. Yeah, it sucked to watch that on John's end. Oh yeah, we gotta predict. I guess Marcus is gonna give the winner.
For that one, yeah. We're
If
going
you voted
again.
for Marcus, you got some points. Oh god, 84%.
Okay,
voted for
so you
Marcus.
won the first one, right, John?
No, you won. You won the first one.
Oh, that's right. Okay.
Okay, they're going again.
That was the first one, wasn't it?
Yeah,
it's best
I mean,
of
I didn't know if
three.
I thought I meant like duels or like
Oh, are you?
that
you
was
two are
that
playing
was
again?
one match, right?
That was one duel.
That was a duel.
That was all one duel.
That was all one duel.
Okay.
Are you two going again?
So we
Is
have
that-
to go
Yeah,
again. Then, right?
yeah.
Oh boy.
yeah.
Okay.
I feel really sorry for John here. All right.
No, I have cards in my deck that can do things.
Yeah, he was stopping me left and right for
and-
like that
All right. New
first half.
prediction.
I see, like, I haven't really looked through the deck to see what cards are in it. I'm playing anime rules here.
You're like Yugi in the first episode using Grandpa's deck.
Right,
Like, I don't know anything that's in here.
I'm using Grandpa Kaiba's deck.
New prediction is up, folks. You can vote for Marcus or John in this face-off. Marcus took the last round.
All right.
Oh, Kaiba had a grandpa.
No, I mean Kaiba
I
is
really
my
would
grandpa.
like to see.
That's-
I really would like to see
okay.
It's his
gotcha.
blue eyes
bust out
deck.
some blue eyes and just toast
Am I-
Marcus up here.
Am I first? Oh, I am. Okay.
Can I predict on this?
Yeah.
You can't because then you can't.
Right. Yeah, if I do, I can't set the winner. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm gonna set this.
Oh, you're gonna set something? Marcus is setting something. Look out,
This.
fam.
Actually,
I'm
you
gonna
can.
set
I can choose the winner.
this,
No, that's all right.
All right.
It's all right.
and I'm gonna summon my lion Leotar.
Actually, you know what? Yeah, I'm gonna predict. I'm doing it. I'm
Great.
getting in this.
Um,
I am gonna bet on the underdog. Wait, you're participating as a moderator. If I participate, I will not be able to choose the outcome. Yeah, I got that.
Choose the outcome.
Let's go 10,000 points on John here.
okay.
No pressure, John.
Thank you.
Let's have a good, clean game.
We're gonna.
No Shadow Realms. No friends getting kidnapped, and
I'm gonna have like a energy blade that's slowly moving towards your legs.
All right, Nathan, that's a good question. When you dismantle a card to get a key, will it be the only key to the secret pack? No. So you do not get a key from dismantling, Nathan. You'll have to create a card. So let's say you want to do the Dark Magician deck, for instance. Take any of the, major cards of a Dark Magician that are SR or UR and craft one. So you craft a Dark Magician Girl, any of those big cards, and then it will instantly trigger the pack available for you. But you have to craft the card, not disenchant the card. You've got to craft a Dark Magician, craft a Dark Magician Girl. That kind of thing will trigger the pack.
Okay. What was that? Oh, the Kid Moto. Okay. All
So
right.
you're
you can
dismantling
special-
stuff you don't want to get the
Oh,
currency
boy.
you want to craft the stuff you do want.
This could be real bad.
So for an example, a really easy example, Nathan, I just had the ultra rare chips by disenchanting some stuff I didn't want. And then I took 30
Oh, there it
UR
is.
chips.
We did it.
Yes,
we
there
did
it
it,
is.
folks.
I took 30 UR chips.
What have I
and
done?
I bought a what is it? The Ancient Gear Golem, and that opened up the Gear Golem packs for me. So then I just bought a bunch of those, and I have the makings of a Gear Golem deck. It's not
Ooh.
complete.
What have I unleashed?
A lot of ultra rares in that deck.
You've
so-
unleashed the mighty Blue Eyes White Dragon.
Yeah, he's got 4 face downs. I bet
begins.
Marcus is really sweating.
It begins.
I know what's going to happen here, and I'm going to cry when it does, because he's going to play that adversary trap, and he's going to take the Blue Eyes White Dragon. I know it's going to
Are
happen.
you like? I think you're just immediately having PTSD about that card.
Which one
hey,
do I want to
whatever,
get
I
rid
still
of?
won.
Get rid of
I mean,
that.
yeah, you did win.
I don't know how, but I did.
I can't do anything about that. It's all right. A rival appears. I just lost.
Yeah, Nathan, it's great. You can basically, using that method, you can pick whichever secret deck you want to open at any time. By crafting any SR or UR that's in that secret wheelhouse.
Oh God! Also, Luster Dragon. Okay. You're just Lance from
Battle.
Pokemon.
Yeah,
right
that's me. We are going to
Oh god, here it comes. There's gonna be a mirror wall, isn't there? There's a mirror force coming.
Play skill successor to boost
What?
my monster's attack.
Alright.
by
1900.
400.
Okay.
Nobody cares about that. I was actually worried about that for a
So
second.
they
Nobody cares about that one.
they
Marcus.
bounce or do they destroy each other?
If they're 19, if it's 19 versus 19, they kill each other in this
Okay.
game.
Yeah, they're gonna.
You could banish it from the
Yeah.
GY and then target one face-up monster you control, and then it gains another 800.
Yeah, it's got a second graveyard effect.
Yeah, it's the successor, the skilled successor. It's,
All right, Dan, here you go.
Oh no!
Yeah,
Oh
here we
no!
go. I knew it! I
Oh,
freaking knew it!
Oh no!
I'm gonna still have to take 3,000 damage.
I don't care. I'm putting that card in every deck. That's probably not even a rare card.
Every deck.
Like,
Oh,
I'm just
oh,
throwing one
Not
of
a
those cards in
fire
my deck.
outside. This is a Yu-Gi-Oh! Master Duel, which just came out yesterday.
Yep, it's on Switch, PS, Xbox,
PS everything.
and PC. I hear the Switch version is kind of messy though. That's just what
It is a little chuggy.
Yu-Gi-Oh! Master Duel, which is basically a replica of the entirety of Yu-Gi-Oh! So 10,000 plus cards. Every archetype imaginable over its history.
And it's free to play.
Yes.
So you can jump right into it.
And Marcus
Cross-play,
is a monster for doing what he
cross-progression.
did. I cannot condone that. John finally got his Blue Eyes White Dragon out, and you just stole it.
Let's see, proud of which card? Oh, it's called Memory of an Adversary. Is the card
Yeah.
name.
Memory of an Adversary. What's the rarity on that thing? I guess I can look it up since I'm not even in game.
Yeah, I was like, I don't know how rare it is in actual.
I'm looking.
like,
I'm
real
looking
life.
at. Yeah, I'm gonna look up what the rarity is in the game.
It's a rare.
It's just rare.
It's just a rare.
I have like so many rare card. I have 2,000 rare card points. I'm making one right now.
Now I'm the Blue Eyes Master.
No.
Look at me, John.
Wait, I actually already two. I
The
have two of these
captain now.
already.
I am the captain now.
Yeah, that's a monster trap. That's a really good trap.
Hey, that guy's from around here. He.
I am the captain now.
Yeah.
Really?
He's from Minneapolis. He used to live in like the building across the street from where my wife used to live,
Oh. You
Oh,
think they'll link so many Duel Links? I don't know.
or at least in that community.
did you ever meet him?
No. I've just heard that's.
You think that poor guy gets that all the time? And they're like,
Oh,
"Dude,
yeah.
say the line,
Oh, yeah.
Bart, say the line."
I think they're gonna have a real problem adding link summoning to Duel Links. To be honest with you, because there's no board space.
Yeah, I never thought about that. If there was link summoning in that game.
But Memory of an Adversary, it's going in the deck.
All right. Well, he played Threatening Roar, so
So you can't attack.
can't attack at all. Can't even enter my battle phase. I don't think.
No.
Memory of an Adversary. It's my new favorite. Thanks, Marcus.
Just gonna print that on a T-shirt, and wear it. It just
a
has
dumb-
its.
what a dumb
it has
card. It's
its
only rare.
effect.
I mean, that card will just destroy the newbie brackets, right? There's like no way to deal with it.
I mean, there's plenty of ways you can negate that card. Come on.
Like you cannot attack your opponent. Very clever, Marcus.
There's plenty of negation cards out there that can stop that right in its tracks. Whether it's a Solemn or a Cyber Dragon Infinity or a Red Eyes Dark Dragoon or whatever it may
Are we
be.
talking
Let's
about me?
see. I mean, in the game. Not
Oh,
what you
okay.
got. I don't know about you.
Marcus is
I don't know about you,
Don't,
but
don't worry about Marcus right now. He's doing things.
Is he? Is he doing things?
Unfortunately, yes.
things are happening. I don't know what he's got though. I still don't really know what John's working with.
I mean, I don't think he's doing
Another
anything.
threatening roar.
He's not doing anything.
He is stalling out, and I don't like it because he's building up his field. He can do things.
I am the captain. Look at my eyes, Marcus. I am the captain now.
Getting beat by
He's
your
like, you
own
may
blue
you may
eyes."
have the ship, but I'm at the wheel.
Like that's the worst, right? This is like some anime show thing where they just take your monster and beat you with it.
Let's see here.
You may as well have just played Swords of Revealing Light at this point.
Oh boy.
I mean, I should. Why doesn't it let me use
Let's see,
this?
a fire outside. Are there any changes to the mod? Nope. I mean, changes in terms of like this is just the real life game. So you have 5 monster zones and 5, well, I guess 6 with the extra zones. And
Why can't I use this?
yeah, like I don't know if you're familiar with the real game of Fire Outside, but this is what the standard board is. Because Duel Links is a more stripped down speed duel version of the actual game and stuff. So, are you done or are you...
No, I'm trying to figure out why I can't.
Are you reading something?
Yeah.
Marcus is just like, yeah, let's get it moving here. We got a couple of duels to get to.
I'm not that guy at the tournament that's like tapping his like thumb on the table, like trying not to say hurry up, but is saying hurry up. Okay. You set something face down. I'm scared.
After you.
I guess, if you insist.
Remember, I could have one more threatening roar in my deck.
You very well could.
Or is it?
Marcus is just not man.
All right. Let's try this one more time.
Yeah.
Let's see. What is that? Okay.
Okay. So you're boosting.
All right, one down.
Yeah, Fire Outside, this basically is the entirety of Yu-Gi-Oh! For better or
Hex
worse.
Fusion. Okay.
It has all the cards. And you can craft any of them and tailor your packs to them as well. So you can build
Alrighty.
any deck you want, but it might get expensive if you want to have a lot of different decks with a bunch of ultra rares.
Okay. Well, Fire Outside said they played Yu-Gi-Oh! For years. Alright. I didn't want to insult your intelligence or anything. I just don't... Uh-oh. Attack mode? What are you up to here?
I was just trying to flip summon it. I don't think there's any way to really get through this.
But why would you do that? That's interesting.
It was a mistake.
There you go. It was a mistake, Marcus.
That's what you. That's what you want me to think.
Remember, I'm the captain.
John, I'm about to lose 10,000 channel points. because
You
Marcus
bet
played that
10K on me?
I did.
You should be
I
flattered,
believe.
John.
I believe.
I don't know if I totally believe the I made a mistake story.
Made a mistake.
This is a hustle.
Yeah, those face downs are really dangerous. They might even have a card that lets them
He's
take
turning into
control of
Woody
it.
Harrelson from White Men Can't Jump.
He
He might have memory of an
jump?
adversary.
Are you telling
Yeah,
me he could have
turned out
jumped?
He was all right. He had some springs in
He had ups?
his feet. Yeah. All right.
He was
Let's go for it.
welcome
What's the
to
worst
the
that can
Space
happen?
Jam.
What's the worst that can happen? Besides, like a mirror force.
That would be great.
That would
be
be-
great. That would be great. You're right.
Okay, that went through. All right, let's just go straight for blue eyes.
That's like a
White
safe level.
lightning. White lightning
That's
attack.
right. That's right.
There we
Go for
go.
it.
Oh, that went through. Okay.
I gotta,
Blade
you
gun.
know,
I was like, I figured if anything was gonna happen, it would have happened with blue eyes.
I'm not gonna have enough star chips to build it, but I would love to build an Exodia deck just to take Marcus on with it. There is a special kill animation for Exodia, by the way, in this game.
There should be.
And, yeah.
Of course.
I hope there's one for Destiny board too.
And there is an Exodia deck
The other
that
fun
wins on
inst-
turn 1.
I'm gonna build a Destiny board deck, and you can put it with your Exodia deck, and we'll see who can instant.
Oh,
kill the other one
ooh,
first.
that sounds great for next week.
It's just a giant stall game.
The Exodia deck just sits there and just like draws cards.
Did you
All
not
in one
attack with
turn.
Blade Knight?
I did.
He didn't want to kill you. He didn't want to kill you, John.
Didn't I attack with Blade Knight?
He's toying with you.
I thought I did.
I don't know.
I'm pretty sure I did. If I didn't, then whoops.
That's
I
not
mean, it
Regeki.
wouldn't have killed you anyway, but
You're right. It's not a right, Geki.
it's a Ragoku.
Yeah,
It's gonna
Pratt,
come
I
to
don't
the
know if we
field
can
and-
have those either because there's no room on the cards for anything else.
It's a scoop.
Oh.
Oh, you wouldn't let me do the finishing move.
Oh.
Well, I'm a
You did.
coward.
Didn't give me the
I'm a coward.
satisfaction of attacking.
Let
you,
me take Dan's points here quick. Choose outcome.
Good game.
It's
Good game,
Marcus.
though.
How many?
GG's.
There were so many people who voted for me. Unless
Yeah.
that was just
Wow.
10,000 points that
I don't know
Dan
what that
put
says
in.
about. I don't know what that says about me.
I believed in the heart of the cards.
20,000 points were put up for me.
Yeah, I'm sorry if I angered anyone in
Um,
chat. Nobody wanted to vote for me.
I got very angry, Marcus. It just cost me 10,000 points.
You beat me more times than I beat you. So
Do you guys want to go again, or are we gonna fade this
Yeah,
one out?
We got time
we
for
can
one
fit
more. Right?
one
We started,
duel.
All right.
started a little late.
Yeah.
Twist our
Do you
arm.
want to? Do you want to play, Dan?
Yeah, play against
It's
Dan.
Okay.
You two play.
I don't know which one to run again. I'll run something that's not very good against you this time, so it'll be a good match.
Is that so?
Is it already the pre-made Exodia deck?
Well, I'm gonna change.
I don't
decks.
have the Exodia
Did
one.
Dan grind all night for an Exodia deck just to school us?
The thing is, the Exodia. I just wouldn't want to waste the currency. They only give you enough currency to build so much stuff, you know.
All right.
And
I'm
wha-
changing to my other deck that is probably worse, but I want to just to change things up.
Why would you not?
This is my most experimental deck that I'm running. So
Okay.
I'm
This is my concept deck.
I'm gonna burn so many materials on left arms
Okay.
of the Forbidden One.
I mean, that's
Right.
the thing. Like, I could get the Exodia deck, right? But it would be such a horrible waste of gems to make a deck that's just for memes.
Yeah, I mean, if you want to play actually
I mean, if
online
it's
against
fun,
people,
if you're
like
having fun
you need to play within the rules.
within the rules.
I mean, Exodia decks. You can win on turn 1 with an Exodia deck, I believe, with this format. You just put out that stupid thing that lets you draw cards when you cast spells, and then you just go through your whole deck.
All right. Are you spectating, John?
I am. I'm in. It says duel.
Okay.
Draw phase.
Just like Dan is first.
Dan just messaged me. He said he's the captain now.
Why'd you tell him privately? That
Yeah, I mean that's
Alistair the Invoker. Okay, we're
Okay,
getting
okay.
interesting. Is this an
Things are
Invoke
shuffling.
deck?
We're invoking.
He is playing an Invoke deck.
Can you explain what an invoke deck is?
It's pretty much built entirely around this monster. It's kind of unique in that sense that a single monster, the one, is the key to this entire deck. But it's pretty much just a lot of fusion summoning.
Got it. I just want to point out this outstanding
Like this,
dog.
like El Shadow construct that he's got there.
Look at this pup. What a outstanding dog this is. I don't even care what's happening on the screen.
Yeah, Zen,
It's just
Zen says this is Dan's Demon Souls deck. Are you doing Shadow and Invoked? Okay. It's a good combo.
all right.
Experimental my ass.
This is experimental.
This is all flowing together real nice.
It was a good first turn. I agree.
He's like, Dan, you're 2 seconds away from saying, you know, I'm something of a scientist myself.
I'm sure you're gonna Regeki it, and we'll be back to square one.
Yeah, listen, he didn't get to attack off that. He didn't take 3,800 attack or life points off of you. So
Yeah, I mean, this deck clearly does not have to go back to formula. Let's
No.
see. What can I do here?
guys, I'm off tomorrow. Can we just play Yu-Gi-Oh all day?
Well,
Yeah.
I'm not off tomorrow.
I mean, if we make
we
it,
have a replay that we have.
if we make it a stream around replay, can we just play Yu-Gi-Oh all day?
Yeah.
We'll
What if we
still have to do some other stuff for this really cool. I think we have a really cool cover announcement coming up pretty soon. Just something tells me that.
We always do, like every month
Yeah,
or
we
so.
do always. But this one in particular, I think really speaks to me.
Is it this? Is it this game?
What? Yeah, totally. We're doing like reverse cover style, where we put the cover after the game's out. Marcus, think carefully.
Oh, I am.
I have the El Shadal construct out.
Oh, I know how Shadal's work. Trust me. I've got a real
I
life
don't.
Shadal deck.
I don't. This is my experimental deck.
Shadals are all flip effects things.
So it cares about if
real
something was
good-
special summoned? That's weird.
You know, I
Um,
built this deck because I thought the El Shadal looked cool. I'm not.
They
even
are
kidding.
cool. I think thematically.
I'm not
they're
even
cool.
kidding.
Like all the monsters are just corrupted doll versions of other
Yep.
Yu-Gi-Oh cards.
You know, you tell
Oh,
me that
that's
there's
neat.
corrupted dolls, I'm in. It's that simple.
Yeah. And Construct's pretty much the boss monster of the archetype.
So it's,
Trying to figure out what's the least damaging thing I can do.
I
right
can't
now.
even I can't even look at Dan's extra deck, and it's disappointing.
You should be
What do
able to.
No, I
You better
can't.
watch out, Dan. What do you think about this right here?
I can't see your hands. I can only see what's on the
Trap.
battlefield.
Yo, this is a
Proton,
Cyber's
Proton.
deck?
Proton.
Okay.
What up?
And what if I?
We're
In
Lincoln.
attack mode.
Hey Dan, are you into sharing?
Yeah.
Because I got plenty of pain that can be shared.
What?
Wow.
Tribute a monster. Make my opponent tribute a monster.
Yeah. I guess Dan has to get rid of his Alistair.
That's actually pretty significant. You need
Yeah,
him
like I
to
said,
do
Alex there is the key to everything in that deck.
you kind of need him.
But I mean, you still got your giant fusion guy out there.
Yeah,
so,
I have my
that's,
doll.
that's still quite an issue. But that's the best I can do, at least
Listen,
for now.
I didn't really know anything about this deck, John, and I'm being completely honest. Like, I saw corrupted dolls, and I was like, I
You're like,
want
man.
those.
I
Learn
don't
something new
blame
about you, Dan.
Yeah, now you know, Marcus. It's not a secret. I've always expressed
Harpy's
my
Feather Duster.
yeah, you-
Fresh
Wow.
off the banned list in real life. Which, I mean, I use it, of course, because why wouldn't you?
Dan cowardly putting a face down.
I set my
Defense.
face down.
I mean, no, if it Shadal's, all the Shadal monsters are flip effect monsters, so they all go face down.
I love flip effect monsters. Ever since I was killing stuff with Man-Eater Bug.
Man-eater
Yeah, all
bug.
their
The day.
yeah,
Also.
because Shadal monsters, they all have two effects. One effect activates when they're flip face up, and the other effect activates when they're sent to the graveyard, usually by a card effect. But a lot of their effects can send themselves from the deck to the graveyard to trigger themselves. So that can be an issue. So even if I attack that face down card, bad things are probably going to happen.
bad news.
All right.
Oh, what is this? He is running a Cyberse deck. Oh boy.
Ooh, launcher commander.
Wait, what?
All
That's
other
not
Cyberse
allowed.
monsters you control gain 300 attack or
You get
defense.
to activate Shadal's effect, which doesn't matter because you don't have any Shadal spells or traps in your graveyard, thankfully.
No, I don't. I think Marcus just killed me. Wow.
It's pretty much is like an exiled force for old school
That's
Yu-Gi-Oh
absurd! What are these cards?
fans. All right. I bought myself some time there.
No, what does this do? I've never seen this one before. Each time a Shadal monster is sent to the
Are you reading the
graveyard-
effect out loud?
I'm gonna play it.
Okay. I was like, what are you doing?
What is this?
We're in
Another
invocation.
Now what? Now what? It's a lot of. Oh, geez. I don't like how many monsters just disappear.
So why is it?
What do you.
Why is it?
Oh, welcome back.
Why is it invoking out of the Seal of Orichalcos?
Well, you know. Wait, is it the seal? I thought it was a different.
No, it looks like the Seal of Orichalcos.
Yeah, similar. It's like the seal with like the Dark Magician seal,
Yeah.
a little bit. The Seal of Orichalcos is a real card now.
Oh, the Seal of Orichalcos. Yeah, I want
I
that.
wish I had that. It's just because then one of us would lose our souls if we lost.
Wait, you want that?
well, I would win.
Marcus plays hardcore.
Yeah. Like I said, Yu-Gi-Oh is serious business. I mean, based on some of the reactions of players I've beaten in tournaments, you would think that they lost their soul.
Oh, it sounds like they lost it a while ago then.
Like I said, the most satisfying victory I had was I beat a guy in a tournament who was like a really good, like he was one of those guys that won a lot at like my local place, and like he was better than me and had beat me before, and this time I just kind of like the stars aligned and I just kind of locked him down and destroyed him, and he got so mad. He was like significantly older than me, right? So
Yep.
like way too old to react the way that he did.
Uh-huh.
And he like wouldn't shake my hand. I was like polite, like, hey, good game. He stood pouting, and then he like slammed his fist on the table because he was like, damn it. And like his cards kind of went flying a little bit. And just wouldn't acknowledge me. He just sat there just
The
stewing in his anger, and I had to kind of like awkwardly collect my things.
Yeah,
and
it's
move on
like
to the next.
I need to get out of this spot.
It's like, all right, you have to get your life together, it seems.
Yeah.
I was saying it was an adorable puppy, actually. That is an actual card in this game. Like I said, the game is absurd.
It's outstanding dog Marion.
It is an actual pupper.
Oh my goodness.
Well,
This
Dean, I
is-
hope you like it. Yeah, I would. Some of the new combos you can do in this game are really wild compared to the anime. Yu-Gi-Oh seems overwhelming. Yeah, it is overwhelming
It
to
is.
a new player. 100%.
They do have a tutorial in here though. Like they walk
Yeah.
you through the concepts, and I wish there was a little bit more tie to the anime characters to usher people in.
Wait, what? How did my guy die?
I played Parallel Twister, which lets me send one other spell or trap card I control to the graveyard, then target one card on the field and destroy it.
Okay.
Yeah.
I still can't summon anything, so
Well.
I'm really just delaying the inevitable as much as
Are
I
you,
can.
though?
But yeah, I think this game has a pretty good onboarding for brand new players, and even ask you when you first boot up the game what your experience level with Yu-Gi-Oh is.
Yeah.
Like you're like, oh, are you a new player or did you used to play but you fell off? And they'll ask
Have
like,
you
when-
watched the anime? Is like one of the questions, and
They should have an option like, did you watch season 1 of Yu-Gi-Oh?
Yeah,
Did you watch Duelist Kingdom? And you say yes, and they're like, and it just says, oh god. Forget everything that you saw.
We
from
need
that
to
season.
explain how Gate Guardian actually works.
No, let's not do. We're not going to do that.
Did you know that canonically the rules of Duelist Kingdom, like one of the reasons why it seemed like everything they did was them making it up as they went, is that it technically was legal to play it kind of like Dungeons and Dragons.
Oh.
Because like they would just come like you mentioned before the
breaking the levitation ring on the Castle
Yeah.
Dark Illusion, and
like apparently that was a real element of the game where if you could make up something and it sounded plausible and made sense based on the situation, then it
Yeah.
was legal the way you do in Dungeons and Dragons.
Yeah.
And keep in mind, season 1 of Yu-Gi-Oh released before the card game was finalized.
it sure did. Yeah.
So
yeah, that's back when I was one of the Paradox brothers. Something
Which were you the green one or the orange one?
there doesn't. No one knows.
Can you
right?
still do the backflips?
Dude, I'm gonna go watch that episode tonight.
That specific duel. Oh, I'm trying to see what I can do here. Oh boy.
Yeah, but I just love the idea of Swords of Revealing Light freezing everything on the battlefield. Wimp Dragon, thank you so much for that Prime subscription. That's incredible.
Thanks, Wimp Dragon.
But I like the idea of flinging a dragon at a castle to break its levitation ring that doesn't exist anywhere in the cards. To have it somehow fall down after Swords of Revealing Light goes away. To crash on their other cards.
All
that
right,
are below
Marcus.
it.
Let's find out what you
Wild.
got.
Wild stuff.
Nothing.
I got a big pile of nothing. That's what I got.
Ooh. All right.
I had a terrible hand, like basically no monsters except for that one you saw in the beginning. So it's like, but I had some decent, like you saw stall cards. I was like, I can kind of slow them down, but I definitely can't stop them.
Well,
Good
GG.
game.
Yeah.
This was fun today, gang.
Yeah, this is great.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like I said, we'll have to do this again when we all have decks that are good.
Yeah.
I guess
Or,
Dan,
or
you're
at
already,
least semi-completed.
I
Yes.
had this
yeah,
open.
your quote-unquote experimental deck.
Yeah.
That was an experimental deck.
Yeah. He was experimenting with how to play it. Yeah, I had this open for quite a while yesterday, but like I saw some of the cards and I'm like, I don't want to read everything right now and like piece things together. But I think like actually like shuffling up and dueling with you guys, I'm in for tonight. So I'm gonna be building hopefully a Blue Eyes deck.
He's going to be coming back with a vengeance.
I am. You better watch out.
Better not
You
cry.
better not cry. You better not pout.
Okay, I won't.
I'm telling you why. Because my deck is coming to claim your ass.
All right, fair enough. Heart Rune, I love that episode. I'm gonna watch it unironically this weekend, probably like 3 times. Yu-Gi-Oh watch party when? Yu-Gi-Oh
No,
watch party.
so this is something that I've thrown around for a while. Amazon does have Yu-Gi-Oh.
they do.
Yes.
On
Not all of them.
No.
Not all of them.
It starts at I think 5Ds.
Netflix has
You can
Season
GX.
one.
GX is on Prime.
Okay.
So you
Yeah.
can watch
Nep-
GX, but you
yeah.
can't watch the original run.
Which is
Oh,
unfortunate.
anyway.
I want to watch
Actually-
the original run with people, but
Yeah, you can watch the original run, but you can't watch it with people. It's free
yeah,
to add
the
by-
original
by,
run is there.
Yeah, but you can't do it with Prime. With Prime
Yeah,
watching. Anyway,
right.
we got to wrap things up today, folks. We'll
That's
talk
right.
more Yu-Gi-Oh next time.
Take
Yes.
us home.
yeah.
We'll-
Thank you everyone for watching today. If you are subscribed to our channel here and you have not already joined our Discord, do it. We have a bunch of awesome people in there, including us.
don't know
You
what
can
I'm holding up.
participate with. You can send in questions for the Game Informer show. Sometimes conversations and questions from that Discord can show up in our magazine. Even.
Hey, Karibi.
Marcus will show off his Karibos, his very shiny Karibos.
Yeah, this is Karibe.
Oh,
actually.
Karibe.
Yeah, I'm not even kidding. That's literally what it's called there.
Does it do something different?
It's one of the 5 Karibo brothers.
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh. Okay. But hopefully we'll be back, or these two above and below me will be back tomorrow for Super Replay. Still playing some Jedi Fallen Order, correct?
Yep.
Still-
Episode 4.
Still becoming a Jedi. That's awesome.
It's Kashyyyk.
Oh no.
Monday morning, 9 a.m. Be here on this channel, 9 a.m. Central, for Deep Rock Galactic with Alex Van Aken and a few other people. And we'll be back again Thursday next week for whatever we're going to play. We haven't decided yet. So thank you all for being here. Thank you, too, for playing some Yu-Gi-Oh! I know it was torture to play Yu-Gi-Oh!
Yeah, you really had to twist my arm.
So, yeah, we'll catch you all later. I almost just hung up the call instead of ending the stream, so I'm going to end the stream now. Bye. Bye, everyone.
Bye.